Excuse me, sorry. A second. Having issues today. Hi. You're actually gonna work, probably not. It's okay. I need to learn to breathe. Holy cow. Haven't done that in a minute. Hello, Mama Frimp. I see you. Give me a quick moment. Be with you guys in a second. Just doing the usual post on stream out there. Okay. Yeah. Note to self, don't carry 50,000 pounds of garbage. And then go and sit in front of your computer. It doesn't work, you get tired, you're out of breath, and then you sound like an asthmatic. Not that I'm not an asthmatic, but beside the point. Shh. Hello, Azalea. Pleasure to see you today. Give me 5 moments here. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going to take me 5 minutes. It's just going to take me a second. I'm just doing the typical start of the stream garbo, which is sharing it. If I could stop choking, that'd be great. Don't worry, it's just a jelly bean. Okay, I'm gonna get Discord open in a second, and then we should be good to go, I think. Good to go. Good, maybe no. Maybe, yes, no, I don't know. Lots of clicking going on. How's everybody's day going so far? It's gotta be going better. I've had a fantastic day so far. What's up, Zombie Paws? Whoa, Zombie Paws is here. Alright, Zombie Paws, I'm going to put you first because I know we talked about it and I didn't expect you to actually be in here, but I know it's late for you, so give me a moment. I'll be with you in just a second. Oi! Problems with getting old. Things don't work like they used to. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know who Zombie Paws is, she is a UK channel, so we are going to be starting there because I know that she's up quite late for this, so I appreciate that, and I want to make sure that I get to you. Always keep that one up. That's it. Alright, time to bring this down. Oh, hi, I'm here. Sucking, I know. What's up? It's only 02. That's not bad. Anyone watching got no idea. I don't know what got is. Alright, from the eagle to the people, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today with the next SEO stream. Please remember the rules. Share the stream if you wish to share it. I don't ask for subscriptions during this. I ask that the stream gets shared to people who might need to know this information. Stop it. You. Go away. Okay. Number 2, please be respectful in chat. Any bashing will get you banned or silenced. I don't care. That's just the rule. I'm not about that life. Number 3, by entering your channel, you are allowing me to bring your channel up on my channel, so therefore we're good. Past that, everybody's able to follow that, we're good to go. I leave time for random channels at the end as well, so if you do want to get in on this, feel free. If you guys can see my tab up there, that is all the channels that have entered for this week. So, there you go. And I usually try to keep it like 10 to 12 channels, if that. Not even, because it takes a bit to get through all this. What is up? Whew. Whew. Today I got a little bit of extra time, though, so don't feel like you can't bother me. Let me catch my breath. I'm like dying here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Stop doing... Yes, I know you always do that because we get low broadband on the under 1,000 mark. I'm aware. Thank you, YouTube. Okay. So, what I do... Haven't watched the new season yet. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what it is. It's you're referencing Game of Thrones. No, I refuse to watch that. Sorry. But yeah. Haven't watched the new season yet, trying to avoid spoilers. Super excited for it. I can tell you the spoilers to it. I got hit with about 1,000 articles this morning on it, but I'm not that guy. Alright. So what I do with these streams is I go over your tagging, your channel tags, and basically your thumbnails and any features that you may or may not be using with YouTube throughout its stream, so that way you can boost yourself within the algorithm. Sounds fair? So what I'm going to look at is whether or not you got playlists, whether or not you're using your discussion boards, your about tabs, how your channel links are, which are these right here, the Scottish Gamer, Zombie, Zombie Paws Up, Gears, Fortnite, so much, that. So on and so forth. There's the word. Okay, sorry. I'm looking for your featured channels and your banner and, of course, thumbnails. Got everything? Okay. So what it does mean is that I have to click on one of your guys' videos throughout every channel to make sure that I can get the tags up. So I typically go with the newest ones, just so you know. Alright, but I don't actually play the content. It plays for like 2 seconds and I hit pause and we jump into what I'm talking about. I'm also looking for brand watermarks as well. So there we go. You guys ready? I'm not ready, but might as well be ready. Whew. I don't know what's going on today. Is my lights on? Okay. Is it just hot in here? Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just making noise. Don't worry about me. Alright, so Zombie Paws. You see the banner. The banner is very professional, very put together. I like that. That's not too bad. It's very clean. I'm vibrating. Nothing important right now. Okay. I'm vibrating. Yes. When you look at a banner, you want it to be clean. You want to be able to obviously read your text and make sure that your logo is in there, which I'm assuming this is your channel logo. If not, then it has to pertain at least hopefully to your channel. So, oh, thank you. It changes like every 6 months or so. I get bored with it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, let's throw it out there and see what color we want to do next. But thank you, I appreciate it. I don't think you'll ever see me with a normal color again on my YouTube channel. So the banner looks good. I'm not complaining about it at all. I can read everything that's in here. I can kind of get the idea that Zombie Paws Up is a gaming channel, or hopefully somewhere around there, but then you can see it when you scroll down. So typically, yeah, the only thing I would say is I don't see anything in here aside from Zombie Paws that really, had I not seen your channel, I wouldn't have known this is actually a gaming channel right off the bat. The Get to Know Me tag is pretty good. But for a channel intro, you want to kind of go over, which I did watch this video, just so you know, which covers some of the basic things, but I would do this as like a 100 subscribers mark or a certain mark of like things you may or may not have known about me, rather than having this as your main channel piece, because of the fact that the featured video should be telling people what your channel's about. That makes sense. Okay. Ooh. Wow. I really can't breathe. This is stupid. Maybe if I keep going, it'll get better. But channel tags are a big one. So channel tags, if you guys don't know what those are in your channel, it allows you underneath advanced settings to tag your channel. If you have no channel tags, you are completely unsearchable underneath the YouTube algorithm. So just be aware of that. Yes, you're going to hear my dog barking. It's summer. That happens. Sorry. But the channel tags, basically, if I search Scottish, if I search Gamer, if I search Zombie, Zombie Paws Up, Gears, Fortnite, Apex, The Walking Dead, Scotland, Glasgow, Gaming, Megan, PlayStation, so on and so forth, if I search any of these, you should pop up within those channels that if I filter it down, which is exactly what you want to do, because it claims this is my channel, this is my stuff, you can't have it. And that's what we're looking for. If you're not using this, anytime you're growing, it's because you've either found A, really loyal subs that are doing the work for you, or B, you're out there doing the work. So, if you don't have this, you're not in the algorithm at all. So, the Go Subscribe tab, this is usually featured channels. She's named it to her own accord, which means that she's taken a little bit of time to research, so that's good. You can't change the name on these. You want to be using this feature, even if it's just one channel like we have here. And the reason why is because it's another feature used by YouTube. If YouTube has a feature in it and you're not using it, they're going to go, oh, well, they don't like our stuff, so we're not going to promote their stuff. So the more features are used, the more chances you've got of the algorithm just picking you up before you even get to the tagging systems. These links right here, these are always a must-have, and it's good to see that you have the subscribe button because 20% of your scripts, 20% of your scripts, words, work, subscriptions. There we go. 20% of your subscriptions do come out of that button right there. Now, be it you've used the Google one, I use a different one, so I can actually show you. I use the Google one. You're using the YouTube one. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Oh, good. You came and looked at my stuff before I even got a chance to get to you. Even better. Awesome. So the other thing I like to see here is when you come into a channel, you got your featured video. That's always a bonus that tells people what they're about to get into. And then you want to have your most recent uploads right in that first tab so people can see what you're kind of working on now. And then I usually like to go playlist, which is good. You've got that. Popular uploads tells you from top viewed videos to least viewed videos, which is another way to do it. Which is all really good. That's how I like to see it set up because it eats out all this white and it makes it look a little more professional. Granted, I know a lot of you are saying that you use the dark mode. I just don't care to enable it. It's not a feature that if you use or don't use, YouTube boosts you over. So, again, that's good. So, one of the things past that I'm going to jump into is another tab in here. I think I use a separate tab down there. Yeah, I run mine up and down for the most recent uploads, so I don't have that bottom tab, but I do go and add in my current live stream, so somewhere in here for everybody else, it'll actually show a tab for just currently live, and every time I come live, it'll expand that, and you can do that if you'd like as well. Again, just another feature that YouTube uses. Apparently, I've got a lot of these going on. Well, they go once a week, so that counts. Alright, so I'm going to pick a video, which means I'm going to come up here and click on your video so I get the most recent video, which would be Would You Rather Tom, Call of Duty. Alright, skip forward a little bit. That's a subscribe button. I like the subscribe button. I'd like to see that watermarked with your logo. It makes it easier to make sure that people, when they come into your channel, you're not sitting there in the This always happens. Every stream I ever do, I forget how to speak, okay? It's just a running theme now. I don't know why. Anyway. What I'd like to see is your channel logo or some kind of thing that is your own personal logo added to the watermark of your video. The reason why is because it is yours specific. So if somebody steals your content and you have it watermarked, one, I have to remove the watermark. Two, it gives you an ability to fight with them on YouTube because YouTube's not a side taker. They pretty much just let you battle that one out. So if it does come down to content being stolen, you can report a channel with your own watermark. A YouTube subscribe button does help because I still have to zoom in the video and do all the extra edits to cut off that chunk, but at the same time, it's not a guarantee this is your channel. So that's one that I would actually update. I like the subscribe button there, though. It does help, and you could do that and just change the image here if you wanted to. Okay, perfect. Sorry. We have gamer tags, which by gamer tag I mean you're tagging what game it is, which is good. That gives credit to the gaming company and kind of helps you on any copyrights, although YouTube doesn't cover any copyrights. That's a he says, she said court thing. So just so you're aware of that. So if you are getting copyrights that are not disputing properly, the next stage is to take them to a court of law. YouTube will not get involved. Just a heads up for you. How's it going, Captain 23rd Gaming? Oh, that's a fun game. That's a fun name. Okay. Church of Chuck. Where's Church of Chuck? Hello all, the Church of Chuck is here. It's a pleasure to see you, sir. Okay. So what I can tell from what I'm looking at right here is that you're not using the 500 characters in your tag system, which is okay, but what I would like to see is you optimizing with as many of the 500 characters as possible, because the more that are out there, the more you're going to be able to search. So if somebody searched WYR, why did I pick the one thing I can't say today knowing I can't speak? But if somebody searches WYR, your stuff could pop up in that, which is now a searchable tag, which is if you even tagged with we or let me or know what you think, so on and so forth, those things would be things you could search for your channel with. It just helps you get that extra boost. The key thing to tagging, however, and you don't have your hashtags on, so I'll explain that in a second, but key thing to tagging is you're actually doing fairly good for right now. This number is what you want to see. I always tell people minimal 10 needs to be matching the title and description to get this to start going up, which is your suggested videos. If you don't know what a suggested video is, this is your suggested videos, the up next. At the very end of a video, it will give you, and I'll do it here for this, it'll give you all this stuff. These are all suggested videos. So this is basically like what I watch on my channel. Things that may have popped up that I was viewing. Dane Cook. I don't even watch Dane Cook. I don't know why. But all of this stuff here that you can see, these are the suggested things. This is where your stuff ends up in. What's up, Kibosh? Kibosh. The armpit stabber has entered the room. Stabby stab. Stab stab. Any theme channels in here? Like everything revolves around an idea. I'm not sure. I'm having my typing dysfunction again today. Sorry, guys. That's what's up. So, basically how you get your video up in here is by getting these tags up. So, at minimal, you want 10, which are in the minimal zone. Optimistically, you want 18 to 20 of them. So, you're pretty close to that. You're right in the middle. You're still above some people, still kind of behind some others. What I'm using as well to show this information is called TubeBuddy. They run a special every now and then that if you have under 1,000 subscribers, you can get it for $4.99, or it's $9.99 a month. If you have over 1,000, and there's no special for anybody over 1,000, just so you know. So that's the thing. But what it does is it allows me to search the ratings of your tags. So right now your channel is the only tag on this video that has been searched. And I'm going to try and find the correlating pieces that went between these two so I can explain this. Do you have Would You Rather? Yes, see where Would You Rather is, and Would You Rather is right. Again, with the inability to highlight things. What? Excuse me. Thank you. This is what I was trying to highlight. That matches with that tag. There you go. Okay, so Would You Rather there matches with Would You Rather here, which then gives you one of the 15 that are matching in here. Typically, what I like to do to get a guarantee that I'm going to hit 18 to 20 is make sure that this is beefed up to about 1,000 characters. Easy to pull 500 from 1,000. But if you can't figure out how to do that, it's just as simple as going through, watching your video, and summarizing basically what happened. So, like, if I'm doing a Resident Evil video, and say it was, I don't know, we picked Zoe, so I would talk about the events that led up to getting to Zoe, the events that happened in order to pick Zoe, what happens when we pick Zoe, who we picked, why we picked them, so on and so forth, and explain a little bit about the game. So it would be like in this survival horror game by Capcom of Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, yada yada yada, we've decided to go through and pick Zoe after the combat with Jack Baker, so on and so forth. And what it does is it just fills out your description, allowing you to take out of all of that. Zoe I could tag, that would be an intermingling tag, or like the boss battle, we've had a boss fight with Jack Baker, so boss fight would be a tag, Jack Baker would be a tag. You see how it's working? Take it out of the description, put it in the tag. And the reason why I do it like that is because it makes sure that no matter what I tag with, I'm still relevant to my video. And that's a big deal when it comes to that. You can be actually hit for not being relevant. So you're doing pretty good there. Like I said, I don't really have too many complaints. I would beef this up a bit right in here. To get your hashtags, by the way, when you finish a video where you've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I would even, my very first tag on any video would be Would You Rather, tag, Call of Duty Modern Warfare gameplay, tag, TDM 266, tag, and then the whole title as its own tag. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Good stuff, buddy. Yes, but to get your hashtags in there, this is a Call of Duty video. So when you finish all of this, I'm assuming this is a friend's YouTube. So underneath this, the last thing you type, hit enter. And then when you hit enter, you're going to type in hashtag COD, space hashtag modern, space hashtag would you rather, all one word. And then what's going to happen is those 3 hashtags are going to pop up right here underneath the video, so I can actually come over to this one, which released today, and show you that. So see where it says Resident Evil Biohazard, Resident Evil 7. Some of my tags were a little long on that, but when you come right down to the bottom, that's what it should look like. You should have hashtag blah blah blah, hashtag. Part of a Okay, cool. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I'm assuming that would be the same one that was in your featured tab as well. So where this comes up here, just make sure at the very bottom you're tagging that in. And what it does is it helps you boost through Twitter a little bit. And the YouTube algorithm does have the newest social medias in there, and Twitter is one of the big ones. So that's something we definitely want to be on top of, which is why they added this feature. And what it does is it takes the first 3 hashtags. You can do 100 hashtags down there, does not matter. The first 3 are the ones that will pop up here. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, I do not ever suggest anybody go in and use their tagging system with hashtags. Only 15% of YouTube users search YouTube videos with a hashtag. So if you're using a hashtag and you're using it in your tagging, you've limited yourself to only 15%. What that tag will do, however, is if you've tagged it with gaming instead of hashtag gaming, is if somebody types in hashtag gaming, you will still pop up because you're tagged under gaming. If that makes sense. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. But yeah, I really don't have any complaints here. At the end of the videos, I always tell people to promote off of whatever they're trying to push. So if you're pushing your Twitch thing, your Twitter page, or your Instagram thing, make sure at the end you're saying, hey, thank you for watching the video, yada yada yada, please go over and check this out, this is where I do this, that, and the other. And that's where you'll usually get them at the very end. Now if you do that in the beginning, there's a huge population of YouTube that will stop watching your video instantly the moment you start asking for people to subscribe first thing off the channel before they've even seen your content. Just throwing that out there. And a lot of people do it. It's a personal choice. I'm just saying it statistically does prove to be worse for you in the long run than it does in the beginning. So if you put your please subscribe at the end as an outro, that's where it usually works better. The other thing too is I know you don't have any comments, which is okay. You've got all of these. You know how to use your info cards, your end screens, your captions. Check the captions if you did not type them yourself, because YouTube does not hear what human people say. I don't know why, but that's the case. I had a proof of this put onto my channel where it said something about brain goop, and I think it said good dude instead of brain goop, and I was like, what the... I posted it over on my Twitter thing. YouTube doesn't hear what we say, and it can make it very not PG very quickly. So if you didn't add the tags, I'd go back and double check just to make sure that your closed captions are not saying something you don't want them to be. But when you do get a comment, you want to go ahead and interact with that comment by hearting it, liking it, unless it's a negative one, that's up to you. Negative comments don't hurt, just so you know. Thumbs down don't hurt. None of that. Yeah, harpoon snails was one of them too. Yeah. I actually put that to the test one time and tried doing an entire YouTube video in full monotone Charlie Brown style, and it still did not understand what I had said. Yep. So, as well, where I was at with this was with the comments. When you do get like a comment like, hey, cool video, or what's up, or something, do you do collabs, you always want to like that comment and then give that a heart, and then actually interact with your comments. That helps get you viewers to work for you rather than you just working for yourself, which also builds a decent community. So that's a bonus in it, but it's also one of the 10 best practices of YouTube. So right here, you can get these as well with the TubeBuddy. It tells you during the upload time when you have the best practices running. But typically, those are your 10 best practices. You're covering most of them. And the reason why Facebook and Twitter are on there is because they are the two. I've got something in my eyeball now. Wow, I'm a mess today. They've got two. They're the two biggest social medias that YouTubers use to promote themselves. And they're also the two biggest that have given feedback aside from Reddit, which is why Reddit's upvotes have now made it up here as well. I don't use Reddit. If you're gaming content, not really worth putting your stuff in there. That's exactly the way to be. K-Bosh, I do that too. I love doing that. I try and comment back to every comment that comes through. But the bigger we get, the harder that is to do. It takes a lot of time to comment to you guys. Whew. Anyway, yes. So when you are getting those, make sure you're using those as well, because that, again, is another feature for YouTube. And they go, oh, you're using it, we'll boost you. It's not a huge boost. Guys, I have to let you know, because this question did pop up. If you have over 1,000 subscribers and you are monetized, these work, but they're going to have a different effect for you. When you are under 1,000 subscribers, and I'm talking about going over SEO reviews, this boosts you in the algorithm. This takes some of the work off of you. When you have over 1,000, you're automatically in the algorithm because you're monetized. You make the company money. Therefore, you're an asset. When you're like us, it's all on us. So when you come in and you're like, hey, I've got 300 and some odd thousand subscribers, I mean, cool, I'm glad you do. This is still useful to help boost you a little further, but you're already automatic boost. So that's what we're contesting with. Thought about posting your video on my Reddit a long time ago, but I declined it. Oh, about posting our videos on Reddit. Like I said, Captain Gaming, Reddit's a very niche area. If you have comedy videos, AMVs, music, things like that, that's the place you want to put it, because that's going to get some reaction out of it. Gaming content usually just gets scrolled past. So unless you're a big name gamer like Jacksepticeye, you're really not going to see a whole lot of traffic coming through from Reddit. I know there's some other people who will go against me on that, and that's fine, but personal experience and from statistics, Reddit doesn't do a whole lot of gaming stuff for us. So that is not true. If so, I'm going to check after this. Wait, you never liked my comment on your video. Oh, okay. That was not directed towards me. That was directed towards Armpit Stabber. Armpit Stabber, stop making comments look like they're directed towards me. Oh yeah, I gotta open up the Discord. I forgot about that. Good times. Actually, because I know my friends well enough, going to move that off screen so nobody can see that. The only reason I say that is because that's the way it is. So, boom. There we go. And then that could go up here somewhere. Sweet. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. Hi. Alright. So, again, you're doing pretty good so far. Like I said, I would beef this up a little bit. 26 kills to 6 deaths should be a tag somewhere in here. I would add that as a tag somewhere in there, but try and get this up to like 18, and you should start seeing this go up. But because of your channel size, you're going to have a fight trying to get in there. You're fine, K-Bosh. I'm just giving you crap. Not worried about it, buddy. But yeah, that's one of them. And back to your videos, ma'am. The other big one about your channel is the thumbnails. They are very, very busy, ma'am. And that's not a complaint, but typically the rule of thumb that I always throw out there, just so you guys are aware, if you will not click on your own thumbnail, do not expect any other person on the planet to click on your thumbnail. It's just the #1 rule, and it's a proven thing. If you don't want to click on it, I'm guaranteed to not want to click on it. Make sense? Well, if I missed it, I will fix that immediately. Okay, you go fix things. The Walking Dead one, very, very good base image here. I'm not complaining about it, but I can't even say it's too busy. And now that I'm really looking, I do see that you have this, which is your logo. This is what a thumbnail probably should look like, and I would click on it if it wasn't Walking Dead. So, again. But the Fortnite one, I've seen hundreds of thumbnails that look kind of like this. So when you're making the thumbnails, you want to make sure they're personalized into the channel by adding in your own avatar type things, which you do have here, but I wouldn't screenshot a game. That's because, again, this is something that I would look at and go, oh well, I've seen that before, and just kind of move on. So when I'm looking at a thumbnail, typically what I like to do is, let me see if I can find one here. Like your Walking Dead, this is a very good base image, and then each episode that I put out, I always personalize it differently. So I'll take that base image and build off of it, add myself into it, so on and so forth. It's, you know, it's just going to be easier to show you guys.
From the eagle to the people.
Shut up.
Welcome
No,
aboard.
no, you're not
We're
supposed
glad
to.
to have you.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
Now.
Shut up, Meek. God. No. Shut it. Me and my yelling at myself. Sorry. Don't worry, I do that all the time. I do. And I need more from you. Just excited when I heard that you enjoyed the music like that. Nice. Okay. I'm going to go to the studio because that's going to be easier. Okay, so when I'm talking about videos and your thumbnails and stuff, two things to keep in mind. The size you see right here is the size it's going to pull up on a cell phone. So if you're too dark, you're just going to look like a dark image. So what I try and do with each thumbnail as well, and this is something that I've been working on for a little bit as well, so feel free to look back and see that mine were hits right off the game as well that I've screenshotted. But then I've gone in and I've gone and gotten other images similar to this, like this, all of these here, and what I've done is I try to lighten them up, make them reference the video, what I'm doing inside of the video. Or if it's like Skagzilla boss battle, that was just a lot of fun with Borderlands, so it was Borderlands, and just kind of make yourself look like you fit right in it. So what have you used bright colored thumbnails? That's what I would typically suggest. The reason why my thumbnails are super dark like this is because horror games make it very hard to make decent thumbnails. But like Nier Automata, if I come over here to this one, which is still not going to pull it up because this is not the right studio. Either way, up in this corner, I've found a very bright image that I've built on top of that, which is something that I would like. Well, I see I've got music, but I want to make music videos and I don't have enough time because of scheduling issues. That makes sense? Music, play that guitar. Oh, I see. Okay, so like I said, when you are building a thumbnail, try to use brighter ones because they pop better on a phone. That's typically my suggestion. Now, when it comes to horror games, a lot of the channels that come in, a lot of new games are horror games. So making those brighter is a little bit difficult. If you have Photoshop, there is going to be a live thing that I will show you how to do that with later. But it doesn't super help. It just means you can find something a little dark and then kind of bring it up. So like these are really, like I said, good base thumbnails, but what I would do is get like an image of my avatar running from something or somewhere in the middle. But however the hand works for that, the Call of Duty Zombies gameplay, it's got your thumbnail in here, it tells me what's going on. Again, just a tad on the generic. So this I probably wouldn't click on, to be honest. The zombies take over. Now that I might click on just because it says zombies and taking over, and that's all fun and game. I'm not going to talk about your Fortnite stuff, period, because I'm not a fan of Fortnite. So for me, that's not something that I feel is courtesy of me even going after, because what might be a good thumbnail might be something I just pass up on. But Fortnite, actually, let me spot on Fortnite real quick. You see, like the Solo Victory Season 6 here, it's a good thumbnail, and I say that because it pops. It tells me right in the top it's a victory royale, so I know we're going in that one. It's a solo victory. The only thing I don't see is your avatar on there, which you could have popped right down here in the corner type thing. But even still, good base thumbnail, real colorful. It's going to show up well on a phone. So, yeah. The other thing was I wanted to see as well. I talked about this, yes. I did talk about your watermark, and I think we covered that bit, so. Aside from that, though, I really don't have any complaints. You've got the first bit set up. You're using your features. Are you using your discussion tab here? Yes, you are. Ha! I comment because I care. I love that. So that's another feature you guys want to use, even if it's just posting in there, hey, I'm taking a couple of days off. Nier Automata is amazing. One of the best games ever. You know, I was terrified of it for a second because it started off really strong and it had my attention and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to love this game. And then it went into like kind of an open free world there for a second and I was like, you're going to lose me really quick. But the story's maintained. It's got a nice linear path in it if you want to follow it. and it does have the option of going free range. So overall, 10 out of 10 right now. Definitely a game that I'm playing. I actually was just playing it before we came on stream, so that's pretty awesome. But your discussion tab is something you definitely want to be using. It's another feature, even if it's just posting, hey, this is my schedule, or hey, I'm taking a couple days off because of a holiday, or what do you guys think about this, that, and the other? It just helps. So again, it's another feature that YouTube goes, oh, we're using, okay, we'll put you in the algorithm a little bit. The About tab, that's cleared out pretty good. You've got your links right here. That's what I want to see. Details, location, United Kingdom. So like I said, I know it's late and I'm sorry. If you have any other questions, you do know where to hit me. My name is Megan. I am 23 from Scotland. I'm a member of Phoenix Squad. I play PlayStation and Xbox. Okay, so this is basically what it is. She's telling you she plays God of War, Gears of War, Apex, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Zombies, to name a few. So that works. You're using it. It looks good. It's professional. It keeps it up. And then YouTube goes, okay, you've used that, so now we'll add a little bit of this. So again, I really have no complaints towards you. You've got all your links in here, all of that. Just thumbnails are kind of really hard to do. And typically with thumbnails, from my personal end, this is not anybody's thing. This is not judging anybody's channel or saying anything. But just to let you know, me as a viewer, I do not click on thumbnails that do not have the Avid Gamer on that thumbnail. So that's one of the things. And there's not a lot of people like me. I just like to see the gamer. So if you don't have it on the thumbnail, it basically tells me you don't have a face cam. And I usually watch for reactions. So K-Bosh, I don't know, it's always been there. Wait, I agree with you about the thumbnails. I was never sure what to do with them. Like I said, thumbnails are hard to do. What I typically do is I try to find a good base image that tells a little bit about what I'm doing in the game. So like if I go back here, there's a couple of them that I'm going to be changing because they're just temporary ones. But again, if I go back to all of my videos, I'm going back to the classic studio. I hate this new studio. Give me a second. So if we go back to this, typically, like I said, when I do a thumbnail, like even my comedy skit stuff, my comedy skit is geared towards my hospital trip. So I use the doctor, and then I put myself in there, try to kind of mix it in. Like this one here, this is one of the newer release videos that's coming out, and I can't make it super big, but this one's scheduled and ready to go. That thumbnail is relevant because I was in the village at that time with that bit, and therefore it worked. And then I just tried to add myself to look like I was part of the game, if that makes sense, and then tag it with my logo up in the top. And that's typically how I make thumbnails. I try to find the relevancy to the game. Like this one's going to get changed out. Granted, it's relevant. It's just once it shrank it down, you guys can see what happened. It became super gray, and it just kind of looks like a giant blob on the screen. Not something I would click on, therefore I'm going to redo it, because if I won't click on it, you won't click on it. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of those things that I like to do. Like this boat one, this was perfect. I was on the boat in Resident Evil here. Resident Evil 7, we were exploring the downed tanker. This was a good light photo to use, so on and so forth, and yeah. Avid Gamer, oh well, dang was that, what does that say about my thumbs? Because I incorporate, you know, your thumbs are very interesting, sir. Okay, I'll pull up your thumbs if you're okay with that, so I can show you, because you do them in a very creative way that I still click on. You still catch the guy because you put yourself on there, but K-Bosh has come in a very unique way to stand out, and I like his thumb. If you don't mind, K-Bosh, I'm actually going to pull them up real quick. Because again, K-Bosh is, if I could spell your name, holy cow. YouTube, work with me here. Alright, these are K-Bosh's videos. First thing that should pop up right there when I search your channel is your stuff. And the reason I like K-Bosh's stuff is because K-Bosh has taken to the artistic side and actually drawn himself. Which tells me number one, you take the time to work on your thumbnail. You've taken the time to make it look unique, fun, and playable, and then you've added yourself into it, which is still awesome. I can tell that this is a gamer I'm about to see. This is about what I'm about to look at. Over here, this was a fun series that you did. I like this one a lot. But he's done the sword. I can see his gamer tag in there. He's got all of his stuff. Right up here is his Kibosh gaming tag. And then just in a fun, unique way, he's managed to make a thumbnail that tells me he's taken the time to work on it, and which means incorporatively that he's taken the time to work on the video as well. So that's typically what I can't draw, so this is never going to be me. But it is a unique way to pull yourself outside of the niche of all the other games. So with your tags, I can't complain at all, Kibosh, like at all. And then you fixed some of these, which is good. I'm glad to see that. So yeah, aside from that, zombie pose, you're still in the very first stage, so everybody's going to tell you, and I'm going to be honest with you, because you're not a huge YouTuber yet, which is fine. Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? We're not bashing, that's the thing. Okay, but because you're not a huge YouTuber, your first 100 are going to be really, really slow to get. And even with the proper tagging underneath the gaming tag, it's still going to be hard for us to get our first 100. And they say that your first 100 is your hardest to get. I have to highly disagree with that and say the first 1,000 is ridiculously hard to get. It's annoying. But once you break the 100, you start to get the algorithm to pick you up a little bit more. So don't worry about slow growth as long as you're tagging right and you've got your videos up. And this is the time where you get that chance to really set the channel in and kind of start really learning and making your mistakes. Because at 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, and so on and so forth, the more mistakes you make, the more people are going to notice and be like, hey, what's up? But when you're smaller, it's kind of like, oh, I made that mistake. Somebody said something. I can correct that here. So it's cool. It will take a second to get up, but these tips should help boost you in the algorithm at any size. So again, I like that you've got a featured video. I would like to see that be an overview of what we do on the channel versus where did you grow up, the tea or coffee, which I'm a coffee guy, just to answer that. I like tea though, so there's a problem. Dogs or cats, I'm with you, I'm a dog person, so that. But this would be something like I said in the very beginning, I would do it like 100 subscribers, so like, thanks guys. Instead of like, right in the beginning, I would like to say, hi guys, welcome to Zombie Paw Plays, or Zombie Paws Up. This channel is about yada yada yada. Here we intermingle with our community. We like to pull people in and play with you, so if you feel like joining us, come on in. Just so on and so forth like that. So, again, a good start, but try to relevance it to your channel if you're going to feature a video. Cool. And that's about all I got for you, because I can't bash you your links. You took a little bit of time to do some research, so I'm not unimpressed by it. Like this thumbnail, you're obviously not afraid to use yourself. I would use myself more often on more games. So, and here I'll show you again. Alright, so if I go over here and I go, I'm going to pull that up there. I gotta find this. There we go, thumbnail files. There's a reason I'm pulling this up so I can show you real quick. So you can see kind of what I did as well here. Thank you. Yes. Nope, that's not it. Correct. That's not it either. Oh, of course, if I just click on the tab. Okay, so what I've done is I took a green screen, I posted it up behind myself, and I've taken about 20 shots of images of different poses, things like that, that I could now cut out and make or link into a thumbnail somehow. So it's a lot of extra work, but it helps make sure that you get a different thumbnail every single time you go through and do it. That makes sense. So that's one of the things that, like right here, get to know me. This is a cool thumbnail. It shows me that I'm about to get to know this person right here. So no complaints on it, but I like the colors of the other ones. You've got very good base images. These Apex Legends ones, I know this is going to sound horrible, but they're really busy. And when you shrink that down to phone size, that's going to look like a blob of just colors, which is cool, but getting that to pop up is going to be a little difficult. So just a few minor things to work on, and what I might do actually, guys, is when I do the actual stream to show you guys how I do thumbnails, I might take some of the thumbnails images from games that you might be playing and see if I can put them over as well. My break's over, so I got to go back to work. Have an awesome stream. Thanks, Kaibosh. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. And have a good day at work, buddy. Sorry you're at work. That sucks. I haven't worked a real job in like 5 years. Alright, so like I said, Zombie, you know exactly where to get to me if you have any other questions past this. So far, your tagging system looks really good. I would beef the description up a little bit so you can get at least the 500 character tags and try and tag at least 18 to 20 optimistically in your description and title. Okay, next up was, where'd she go? Azalea, you still in here? God, I hope I'm saying that right. Azalea 22. There you are. Just kind of got pushed around. This is not supposed to be making noise. Why does YouTube continue to do that? Aha! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Azalea 22. Oh, I love the banner. This is very, very colorful. This has promise to it. See this banner? This is what I would call a professional banner. Mine's a lot busier than yours, so I can't even bash yours if you actually go over and you wanted to look at mine, which is over here somewhere. If I could learn to actually work my channel. There we go. You'd think after doing this. See, mine's kind of like this. It has my logo. It's got that I'm on YouTube, so on and so forth. That's Dark Rub. Azalea's logo. That thing is adorable. Thank you so much for all of your advice. I really appreciate it. Anytime. And like I said, if you guys have questions past this, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. I answer every question that comes through. You can ask Mom if Frimp. If I don't get to it, she usually lets me know that I missed it, and I'll come back and get it. So, or somebody's kind enough to. But we got this cute little like 2-year-old gamer. She's adorable. It reminds me of like if I put a flower in my niece's hair. That is adorable. I like that. Face reveal at 1,000 subscribers. That's a good goal to do. I like that we have our play button in here and our Twitter link, which is good. If you're using Facebook or any other sites as well, I would definitely suggest adding those in as links. Typically, I always suggest adding a donation link as well. If you don't know how to do that, it's setting up a PayPal. If you don't have one set up, don't worry about it. It's kind of a pain in the... PayPal's gotten a little ridiculous with their stuff. So, again, I have a donation link in mind because, you know, I'm poor. Please help me bathe. Right? So, there you go. But as long as you've got that subscribe button there and whatever your most relevant social media is, yes, Patreon I would have up there as a link. Patreon is a completely different entity on its own. Patreon does not grow through an algorithm. Patreon is all word of mouth. So if you're not pushing it in your videos, you're not going to see it really grow unless you've talked to somebody who went over and actually checked out your stuff. Yes, hashtag help Clean Eagle. You see this? It's getting a little grungy. I'm back to the original Eagle Eye logo, ladies and gentlemen. This is bad. I'm pulling out vintage stuff here. Yeah. I need to just give up and go home. Oh wait, I am home. Hey, anybody want some jelly beans? Okay, so I'm always too busy. Alright. Oh, okay, yeah. Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for making it. I'm glad you said something, otherwise I would have just ended up not getting to you because I knew it was a time thing. So thank you again for stopping, and I appreciate it. Good night. So this is really clean. You've got your channel tags here, which is good. You're using this featured channels big time, which is awesome. That's good. So this shows that she likes people and she wants you to know who she likes. Gamer Mario, the Afro Show, Solaria. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. Alright. But I like this. I think the reason why I like your background so much right here is because it reminds me of like a Final Fantasy theme, and I'm a huge Square Enix fan, so that helps in my book to me. But to me it looks very professional, very clean, very well put together. So good job on that. You've got your channel tags, which is good. One thing I would add into this, if you get a chance, is take your name Azalea 22 and put a space between the 22 as well. So tag both with Azalea 22 just like this, and then add another one with the space between in case somebody searches you Azalea space 22. I actually had to rebrand my channel name because of that, which was weird. But yeah, everybody I found out searched my channel as Eagle Space Eye Space Gaming instead of Eagle Eye Gaming like it originally was meant to be. Alright, cool. So I would tag both ways so that way your channel pops up and you're guaranteed to get your stuff. Oh, we got another subscribe button. Cool. I really want to look at this video. The little Mario slide down. Who's ever doing your animations is awesome too. Show more, that's what I want to see. Wait, how recent is this video before I go and click? December. I don't want to get you one that you might not have had a chance to work on yet. Okay. Very, very nice right here. I know this is about Mario because it says Yoshi right there, Rice Krispies, egg treats. That's going to shrink down really nicely, still show your logo, your little chat. Oh, you got a little person in the corner there. That's a good thumbnail. In my book, that's what I would call a very colorful, poppy thumbnail. It's not super, super busy. It's not personalized to the channel. I can tell right here you've got your guy in there. So that's good. I believe I have you on the list today, Captain. But I could be completely wrong. Anyway. Yes, this first thumbnail is one that I would call good. The second one, it's a good base image. Again, that's where it goes to. So we've got our personalized touches to this one, which is fun, interesting. I don't see anything of your personal channel into these two thumbnails, which I would like to see an avatar or even like a thumbprint or something that says this is mine. Again, there's multiple reasons why I do that. One is because I'm more liable to click on a person who has taken the time to put their avatar on it. And two, try and steal somebody's thumbnail with an avatar stuck on it. It's hard. Okay? Just saying. But no, I would still... I might graze over this, but I would still stop and analyze this. So you've managed to grab my attention. It's not super, super busy. It's not killing me. It doesn't hurt my eyes or anything. So good. Not too bad. But I would like to see like your little guy in the corner down here on this one. And this one, just to personalize it to the channel, give it that extra touch. Sound slide could... I don't know if you can do this, but maybe if you wanted to redo another video like that sometime, have your little avatar surfing down the sound slide, that'd be kind of cool. Just a way to really personalize it into the channel. The Apex ones are not actually too bad. This is really colorful. This is going to pop up really small, or really good on a small phone. So when you guys are making thumbnails, please be conscious that you want to check how they look on your phone. Because if they look funny on your phone, but look great on your computer, 80% of viewers come off their phones. Okay. So again, we've got clean thumbnails for the most part. Just minor touches to personalize them into the channel. That would be one thing that I would do. And aside from that, can't complain. We are using the featured thing. You've got your channel tags. I covered that. Alright. The main page looks good. Notice I can't scroll down and get any more white. That's what I like to see. That shows professionalism in a channel. It's basically just using these features. Again, these tabs are something that help boost you as well. Just keep in mind, if you're not using them, YouTube's not going to promote you as heavy as somebody who is using them, which really isn't that much heavier, but it's still a little extra boost. It's another feature they give. They want to see you use it. So, you're using it. That's good. This one was 4 days ago. That's the one I'm going to click on here. Oh, cute little intro. We have our subscribe button. It is still a watermark. It counts. I would use my little avatar guy as my watermark. I have a feeling that you might like ours at Eagle Eye Gaming. Possibly. There could be a good chance of that. Okay. Now I get into the part where I gotta start being a little mean. Not mean to you, but mean in well, you use Reddit. That's a good thing. So you're the exception to that. Oh, Actually, I forgot about that. You can comment on your own video and pin that comment to your video to get that best practice. I did not think about that at all. So good job using that. Right here, I would like to see this higher. The reason why this number is not up is because this number is so low. That is one of the it's not a necessary thing. It's just that using the watermark, even if it is a subscribe button, is still a feature you're using. So as long as you're using it, it's good. Just personalizing it to your stuff means that you have a better chance holding up if somebody tries to steal your content. What's up, Dark Rob 21? You are actually on my list for another video as well, sir. How you doing today? Okay. I need to backtrack and figure out where I was. Okay, liked on Facebook. Do you know how to use the info cards, Cecilia? That's one of the biggest ones that we're going to want to focus on, especially with your channel where it's at right now. Aside from getting this number up to 10 at minimal, 18 to 20 is optimal, 10 is minimal. 10 is bare minimal to push into this number for your suggested, but not always sure what to put them in. I put them in every video. You want them in every video, and typically, so like this one says Easter recipe special. So obviously this isn't a series from what I can understand right off the bat, correct? So if you are using this video, I would post it to my favorite video and start using those info cards to get over to my favorite series of my channel. So like me, I would put my info cards for Resident Evil 10 or my music videos, or my AMVs, not music videos. They are music videos, they're just animated. There you go. Okay, so I would use the info cards and add those ones in. But on every video, that's how we get what's called recycled viewage. And if you're not using them, you're losing out on probably about 30% of viewers who would continue watching but are just not going to go search your channel to watch for you. That's where those info cards come in handy for us. And the technical term is called recycled viewage. And that's how we get them, as the end screens and the info cards. So I would definitely suggest having these on every video. Never been in here popping in to say hello. Hello, Danny. Danny Mike Reacts. Nice. How soon in the video? Okay, so typically when I do, let me see if I can get to this real quick. Back. Hopefully it doesn't lock up, because I can show you real quick. I actually have a template for mine. I've got a few templates, but that's perks of having the blah blah blah. TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy allows me to do that for it. So when I come down here, this is Classic Studio, so it's going to be up at top. The new Beta Studio is going to be down here. Classic Studio cards are going to be up here. So when you come into the cards, I usually set my first card because I don't like to be blasted by it right off the bat. I usually set it for about the first 30 seconds, and then I'll go to the first 5 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and so on and so forth. And the reason why I do that is because these little cards, they really don't take up that much space. The info card pops up right up there. So no matter where I put them on this specific video, it's not going to cut anything off. But it's typically within the first minute and 30 seconds, you want to have one of your info cards pop up. Because that's the average view duration of most YouTubers, is that you'll get about, pronounced Danny Mike Reacts. Nice. Pleasure to have you in the stream, sir. But yeah. I use 5 info cards on everything because I like to really push my AMV videos through. But I also add in my playlist and my comedy skits, so that's a different reason. Typically, you can get away with just using 1 or 2 if it's just relevant to that series, if that makes sense. But the first one should always be within your first minute and 30 seconds or so. And then if you're only using 2, I would put the second one right near the end before the end screens come up. So hopefully that helps. Your tagging system, you've got a lot of searches on your tags, so you've got really good fan bases, which I like to see that in any channel. But speak eagle. Thank you. Typically, you've got enough here. Okay, so you've got the actual ingredient type. This is how I would do it if you were actually going to do that as well, and you've done pretty good here. It's not a huge amount of verbiage, but I don't think it's not enough verbiage. So she's got 5 tags here. Number 1, the Yoshi recipe is there. Yoshi Easter eggs is a tag. Yoshi eggs. So here's where you're getting that catch-22. Yoshi Rice Krispie egg treats recipe. Okay, had you not had recipe right here, this would have ended up here. And the thing about the tags is they're very touchy to the video. They have to be spelled to a T how you have them over here. So if you had tagged with Yoshi Rice Krispie egg treats, and then tagged over here, right there, right there, Yoshi Rice Krispie treats. Well, if it had eggs in the middle, it would have worked. Correct. Rice Krispie egg treats. Okay, Rice Krispie egg treats became a tag. It's one of the 5. There you go. I found one. Ah, look, I can do it. So because you've tagged with Rice Krispie egg treats and it matches to Rice Krispie egg treats, it's now up here as one of the 5. What you want to do is, additionally, the rule of thumb is whatever you title the video is your first tag. I don't always get it as my first tag, but as long as it becomes a tag, that's what's important here. I just say first tag because it's easy to remember. And part of the biggest thing is people are going to search for your video. If you want them to find your video specifically, you tag with your video specific. Then I'd start breaking it down to like Yoshi Rice Krispie egg treats, Easter recipe special, tag that as its own thing, and that'll help you get those tags up. So right there, that was 4. That would have given you 4 here plus whatever you're adding in from right here. So where it's got Super Mario, I would let me see if you have Super Mario before I even go and say that. So where it's got Super Mario, I would put Easter is practically here, so it's time to make some Super Mario Yoshi eggs, if that makes sense. And that would take Super Mario and then throw it into your description and your title and give you another mark up here. And then where you've got the 10 cups powdered sugar, you can tag 10 cups powdered sugar, so on and so forth. Rice Krispies, the marshmallows. But right now, your Yoshi Rice Krispie treats are a rank tag, which means somebody searched for them. Yoshi is a search tag. Your channel name is a search tag. Basically, anything without the green number by it is with the green number by it is a search tag. Anything else are tags you can switch out and play with. So, again, not bad, and we do have some decent setting on this, which is good. She's uploaded in 1080. At minimal, guys, if you are uploading content, you want to upload at 720. That's the minimal that most people will not click on. Like, if I click on a video and I can't get it above 360, I'm liable to leave because I can find the same basic thing somewhere else in a better quality. 720 is the one that most people are kind of okay with. So that's one of the things. And just a fair warning to you, YouTube's still a moderately broken platform. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and say anything about that. The honest truth is it's broken. So when you upload a video and you've exported it at 4K like I do, and it uploads and it won't let it go above 360, give it a solid day so YouTube's algorithm can go, hey, I messed up, and then it will fix it and correct it, and you'll be able to get to those higher ratings. But if it uploads, don't yank it back down until after 24 hours because you'll see the difference, and it should tag it up with HD if you're exporting in HD. Which is why I typically try to stay about 2 to 3 videos ahead of myself. So, here's another one. You're pinning a comment, you're hearting your comment, you got good interaction with the community here. I would share on Facebook just because Facebook and Twitter are the two... Yes, that... lapel mic. I don't actually have a lapel mic. I run with a Sterling mic, and mine costs about $500. But mine's a 3-prong XLR, and I like it. And I have the PreSonus box that I jack into. Blue Yeti's a good mic for starters if you're not a streamer. If you're a streamer, I would suggest Blue Yeti. That's just me, but again, it's just a product review. So sorry, a little scaled off. But yeah, your tags are making really well, which is good. But I would definitely get these info cards added on. It's just another one of those best practice things. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I'm horrible about making sure that I post things to other sites. If I didn't have fan members that did it for me half the time, I'd be like, I'm scrambling. Okay. Oh, what's up, script? Pleasure to see you. But yeah. Great, now I stuck food in my mouth. That's gonna work. Don't eat jelly beans just because they're there. You guys want some jelly beans? Wow, I'm just gonna make all kinds of noises. I'm done, I promise. Anyway, so, yes, the Facebook and the Twitter. I'm always sharing on Twitter because that's one of the things that I always like to do. And I'm more active on Twitter, so that's where I'm going to be more sharing about it. But Facebook's equally as important as it's one of the best practices, and if we're not using it, we're not getting the boost from it. So, again, although Facebook's kind of touchy, which sucks, but it's not as bad as Reddit. Gaming content, I don't even bother with Reddit anymore, because typically, when you're getting good views in Reddit, which is good, you're getting most of your stuff coming from Reddit, from what I can see. You're like the exception to that rule. Typically, gamers' content just gets thrown back out, and you end up with a ton of banned accounts from those. Somebody get this jelly beans away from him. I have. Oh god, being boozled is terrible. I've done that before. Yep. But yeah. So if you get the chance to share on Facebook, go ahead and do that. The way you get a high-res thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen, is I have just recently been updated about that. You need at least a 1080 resolution image. I don't always get that either. So that one I don't really worry about too much, but if you can get it, it's worth getting. And then the info cards for the recycled viewage are one of the big ones. So right here, you've got a pretty good one. I'm going to go look at something that's not a holiday special real quick. So we'll go with the Let's Play Dead Frontier. I like the intro here. Very colorful. You did a little bit better here. You've got 7 tags on that one that are clicking out, or that are linked up. Your top rating tag is the Afro Show, so I'm assuming that you were in a video with him or had him. You don't have captions added. If you didn't type them, don't worry about it. If you did not type them and it says you have them added, double check them. Trust me, you'll thank me for it. Double check them. So, again, let's see how we've done here. Alright. This is where I can actually kind of come in. This is a 25-minute video, which is the average Let's Play video, which is good. So what I typically do is, I don't know much about Dead Frontier, but I would be, here's the second part of Dead Frontier's 2 zombie Let's Play. This part is my very first collab video ever with the Afro Show. That's where that's coming in. So you see that tag right there? You're pulling up when people are searching that as well. Okay, cool. And then what you want to do is, throughout this game, what we've done is we played through this map, that map, yada yada yada, wave after wave of zombies. Just start talking about the game, some funny moments, and try to keyword them. So like when I use the word funny moments throughout this playthrough, I try to use funny moments because it's a ranking tag. So if, like my prop hunt videos, they all have funny moments tagged somewhere in there because there's guaranteed to be something that was funny within most of those. How many times did you guys collab? Captain 23rd Gaming would like to know how many times you guys collab. Just so you know. But yeah, I would beef this up. So it's a first-person shooter that you can get free on Steam. That's a good way to end this kind of area. So that is a good spot to end. But like Zombie Survival, that would be a tag. Zombie Survival Horror is a tag. PC Game is another tag you could have used. Let's Play Dead Frontier. I would use more than just one hashtag. You get 3, I would try and use them as well up there. But you've got the idea here. Like I said, rule of thumb, what I do is I beef out my description to about 1,000 characters minimal, because it's easy to get your 500 out of that. So where you got Dead Frontier, DF, I would do DF2 as well. Featuring you could even just use feature the Afro Show over there and put them in there. That's another way to get a ranking tag as well. 3 online zombie. So this whole thing right here should be one of your tags somewhere over here, if that makes sense. I have another video that will come out later on with him, and I'm working on another for his channel also. Good stuff. By the way, if you guys don't know, I can tell you all of this. If you are not reaching out to other YouTubers, you are not going to see any substantial growth. I'd say 50% of my day is honestly reaching out to other YouTubers to talk about their channels, to kind of get into different groups. Collabing with other people is going to be your hugest growth push underneath 1,000. And even over 1,000, it's still relatively good to be trying to reach for another channel to kind of come in and hang out with you. So that's another tip that I would like to throw out there. Things how you reminded me. Thank you, Azalea. But yeah, again, we've got the pinned one. And she's done the thing they actually tell you can do in the Creator Studio classes, is she's made a comment. She's pinned her own comment. That covers your best practice, and that gives you a comment, so you can do that. Your best practices are pretty well on point. I've got no complaints about that. Your channel tags are there. It's going to take me back to your home page because that's a fun thing. The video is really fun. This is interesting to come into. This is the first time I've seen like a real animated video like that, so that I got no problem with. But yeah, your tags are in here. It's good. Like I said, the only thing I would do is just add another tag with Azalea space 22, so if you search that way, you pop up that way. Thumbnails are, well, like this one's good, for sure. That one's good. But I'd like to see just a way to try and make sure you're personalizing them into the channel. You've got the color there to make them pop on a small image. Just bringing a little bit of personal to it would help out a little bit. So yeah, I've really got no complaints for you. Good job. Good channel. Okay, where'd he go? See, I knew I had you in here. You're in the chat. I might as well grab you while you're here because you were one of the first people to stop in. Captain 23rd Gaming. Yeah, not a problem. That's what I'm here for. Like I said, you can follow me on Twitter as well if you want to, and you can message me there, or you're in the thing as well. Just message me if you have any questions. That's a big one. Yay! Oh, Captain, you use the same subscribe button as me. That's pretty awesome. I like that. I gotta stop this real quick. I didn't realize I was playing. My bad. Dead by Daylight, sir. I know those killers. That's the Wraith. That's, I'm assuming. Well, that looks like Freddy, but I don't think that's Freddy now. We got Huntress and a couple of guys hiding behind a rock. Cool, cool. Alright. Well, I'm not able to scroll down anymore. I would like to see, right off the bat, I can tell you this is probably one of your biggest searchable issues here. You have no tags in your channel that actually claim your channel as your own, sir. One of the big things I'd like to see you do is come in and definitely start tagging with Captain 23rd Gaming. You've got the subscribers there, which is a pretty impressive feat, but you can make it easier on yourself by having Captain 23rd Gaming, Captain Space 23rd Gaming in there, and then some of the games that you play, Let's Play, so on and so forth. So those are things that you definitely want to tag into. If you don't know how to do that, that's underneath the advanced section of YouTube Creator Studio. So if you actually came down here to your channel, yep. Cool. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I usually stream these for about 2 hours script, so yeah. If you give me a moment till after that. Alright. Okay, so when you come down to your channel in the old classic studio, there's going to be advanced, right? Underneath advanced channel keywords, that's where your tagging system's going to be. That's where all those links are going to add in and start showing you here, which is your channel tags. Which once you get those in, you're making your channel completely searchable compared to where people are finding them based off of ranked videos now. Typically, if you don't have the channel tags, you're just not searchable, but you've got enough subscriber bases behind you that'll force you into a searchable side, which is good. This is a proper intro video. It says, "Who are we? Captain 23rd Gaming, another comedy gaming group, will stand to deliver laughter to the world again." Well, ha! I like it. I would like to see a tab down here that has your playlist. Are you using your playlist, sir? Yeah. So you've got your playlist here as well. I would definitely like to see those. A lot of viewage comes out of playlists. Again, you would think after only how long of working that I would learn to speak. I can't complain about your thumbnails. They're definitely bright. They're personalized. You've like nice source filmmaker. I know that one right off the bat. That should be good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, really, each thing is a little bit different, which is good. I can tell that we've got Gmod on some of them. I don't know if you're aware that your thumbnails are cutting off at the top, though. Right at the top and the bottom, which means that you're using an image that's just a little too tall through Photoshop. You can shrink that down and actually get that in there. I wouldn't say it's a huge problem. I'm just a side note. It is kind of cutting off a little bit there. Community-wise, this should show he's active with his community. That's a big one. And his featured channels are here. So here's your featured channel is Leela R. So you're using that feature. Can't complain about that. We've got the About section filled out. That's properly done. And popular channels, by the way, when you're linked into these and you see like Jelly, Markiplier, FG, this is content that you're most relevant to be around in the same kind of area, if that makes sense. So if you don't know why those specific channels are popping up and you didn't set them, it's because it's what your content most likely looks like, which is a really, really bad design on the YouTube algorithm side, but it does do that. So if I'm a gamer, there's a 90% chance that I'm going to see PewDiePie, Markiplier, or Jacksepticeye in my gaming popular channels area. Just so you know. Channel tags. So I'm going to click on this. Oh God. You're one of those guys, aren't you? Okay. Oh my lord, I didn't realize they made an entire SpongeBob map for this. Okay, watermark, sir. I would definitely get a watermark on here. I don't see a camera. I'm assuming that's a cut in of somewhere in the video. Yeah, I don't see a camera in there, so I would definitely suggest getting a watermark. Your stuff is very easy to screenshot. And if anybody decides that they want to take your thing and do a voiceover because you don't have the camera on it, it's very difficult to fight that. YouTube doesn't do copyright things. They send that to a courtroom. If you have that branding watermark, it will help you make sure that if something pops up, you have the rights to it. We got a lot of best practices, Mitch. Now I can... Damn it. I just stuck jelly beans in my mouth. Hang on. Ow. I bit myself trying to fix that. Don't try to pound down a jelly bean real quick. Yeah. Basically the popular channels is a tab for bigger YouTubers, and they're going to promote through all the smaller YouTubers, which is fine. So you do have suggested videos. That's a good thing. But the reason you have suggested videos is because you've got an awesome community behind you that's either pushing your content, or YouTube is, or you're just recently monetized and YouTube's trying to push you a little bit, which will help. But if you can start cleaning up in here and using your 10 best practices, I can almost guarantee you'll see quite a bit more views out of your channel, even at your size. Because one, if you are on the monetized brink, or you've broken 1,000 subscribers, number one, when you break 1,000 subscribers, your broadband gets better on YouTube because then you're part of the bigger group. And two, when you have 1,000 subscribers, you've automatically got a community that's going to be sharing some of your stuff anyway, so that helps. But you're also on the brink of monetization, which means YouTube looks at your channel and goes, oh, we might make money off of you. Push him. That's why I can guarantee your 5 to 20 videos suggested right now off the tag list. Bikini Bottom Maps didn't search. It's your name. So again, people are literally finding your content based off of your channel name here. So that's not a bad thing. That's exactly what you want to be doing, is have that always be a ranking tag on all of your videos, because it means people know your channel. But at the same time, some of these other ones could be changed out. Maybe try a couple others. Salutations, my children. Captain 23rd. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you another hilarious moments video. Perfect for a tag. This is always a hitting tag. Hilarious moments itself is something you can throw on the tag itself. It always does well. And hilarious moment videos is another one you can get in there, and that would give you 2 more to put up here, which would get you at 9 out of the possible, or the minimal of 10 that you want to see. Bikini Bottom Mayhem, is that in here? So basically the whole, right here, you could break this down to Bikini Bottom Mayhem. That's a tag from the title. It would count. Our hilarious moments could be a tag. That would be another one that counts. It gives you that boost bit. And then Gary's Mod Hide and Seek could be another tag in there that would actually get you. Now, you do have that tag already working in you in the sense that you have Gary's Mod here and Hide and Seek, so that's 2 of them. Do you have funny moments over here as well? If not, I would definitely look into getting funny moments. Now, we are using the hashtags. That's good. That should help you on Twitter when you start sharing over there, if you decide to start sharing over there. You've got plenty of comments through here. One of the best practices is always to pin a comment. If you don't know how to do that, these little 3 bars right here, where it gives me the report option, will give you the option to pin something. And you want to be pinning just because it's, again, another feature that YouTube put out there that helps boost you a little bit. And screens and info cards are always one that I would like to see added on. That's the recycled viewage. And through recycled viewage, we get 30% of our extra viewage out of that. So if I clicked on this, but I wanted to see like the beginning of your prop hunt stuff, that's where those info cards and screens and playlists come into play. Because at the end, I can go, oh, that was a really fun video. Let me click on some more of them. And if you got a playlist, I'll just watch through the playlist until I get bored. You know what I mean? And the only reason I'm ever pushing it at Twitter and Facebook is because, again, you do have end screens, because it's, let me see. Okay, I think what you have for end screens is different than what I'm talking about for end screens. This is a good outro screen. When I'm talking about an end screen, sir, let me come over here real quick, get back to my videos. Talking about an end screen like this. So with end screens, when you come up here and you click on the end screen tab there, it's where you can actually add an element like yours. Let me pull off my subscription button real quick and I'll show you. So like right here, I've got my playlist that I can move around. This is a clickable end screen, and then when you hit add element like subscribe, it'll add my subscribe button in there, and then that's clickable on my videos compared to where I think your end screen, I don't know if I could click on anything in it. So like I can't click on the, yeah. So I see where you have like an end screen option, but when I'm talking about end screens, I'm talking about being able to actually click on those, if that makes sense. The info cards as well are another one I would get in. That's your round cycle viewage, because from here I'm not going to be able to take my phone and go, okay, I want to see that, and just click on it without going back and searching for that, if that makes sense. So that's one I would like to, even over this. This is a good outro. Like I said, I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. This looks very professional, very put together, but when I reference end screens, I mean clickable end screens. Okay, cool. And then the same with info cards as well. So the info cards are just right next to that. Shouldn't have to do anything there. It shouldn't change anything. So again, it's going to allow you to add a card. You can select a specific video, so on and so forth, and just place them throughout where you would like to see them pop up. So they pop up right up here. And then if I clicked on this, it would pull up my list of info cards that I can actually go to. So, but overall, I mean, the channel's doing pretty good. I can't complain. I'd like to see this come up to at least 10. For you, 10 should boost this number on all of your videos to guarantee you at least get something in there. 18 to 20 is more optimistically where we like to be as YouTubers or creators or anything like that, because it just guarantees that the person under us isn't getting searched above us, if that makes sense. So 18 to 20 is where you like to aim in here. I have some that have 57 tags on them that all match up to the title and the description. But key key thing when you're doing this, do not take and put PewDiePie in your description if he is not part of your video, if he's not referenced in your video, if he has nothing to do with your video. Do not tag him. It will strike you. Absolutely will strike you. I don't know why people do this all the time and then wonder why. Oh, I tagged with Markiplier and it's a Markiplier video, but it has nothing of Markiplier's in it, nothing referencing Markiplier, nothing like that. If they don't have a reference, they have a copyright claim against you for using their name. Just so you know. So that's a big one. But on that note, yes, I would like to see, like, Papa Paxi, that's in there. I see that right there. So that's a good tag. And that's where those are coming from. So hide and seek again. Hide and seek. You could have tagged probably with hide and seek as well. This one here. And that would have gotten you another number. But basically, like I said, I like to summarize the video and go over the entire chunk of that to make sure that I'm getting as much verbiage out of it as possible. So once you start getting this up, you should see a difference. Definitely want to be using your info screens and end screens, your info cards and end screens. I'm sorry, Jesus, I should know when I stream that I need to learn to speak. This isn't something I can edit. Sorry. I'm criticizing myself here. The comment pinned, you've got tons of great comments. Like I said, that's just another one of those best practices that'll help push you up a little bit in the algorithm. So, no complaints though. I mean, no complaints about the fact that I know you're using all 500 characters. That's a good thing to be doing. That means that anything that's searched under this, you have a chance of pulling into. So that's good. Hey guys, just so you know, right here, this is a good one as well. This tag should have been. I'm going to show you the search rank weighting on this. So you got 29 out of 100 on search rating, but the average search for that tag is about 8,300 a day. So use your words like a big boy clone. Exactly. And no, I'm not making Star Wars references during this. Thank you. But yes. So Gmod is a tag that would be more so searched, but he's got a big tag there that actually searches fairly well. So on average, you have 80 out of the 830,000 that have been seen. You see how that works there? So again, a low tag doesn't necessarily mean a bad tag. It just means that you're going to be with more people with a tag like that. So I can't complain about that. I'm assuming Tedster, Jason119 are people that you were playing with during this episode, which is always good. I run Prop Hunt as well, so I know tagging with your friend's channel is always a thing that I do. So that's good. Yeah. But the description's good. You've got your hashtags in. Can't complain about that. You can beef this out a little bit more if you need that. Just talk about some of the funny kills, so on and so forth. So, yeah, not too bad. My biggest thing I would focus on your end is just making sure, even if I get nothing else, I get my channel tags in, because this is your channel. You've claimed it. I'm hoping have raised it to do something with it, like make yourself a living off of it, or so on and so forth, or make people laugh. Basically, it's claiming it as your own. So if anybody else were to pop up with Captain 23rd Gaming in it, if they tag with that, they're automatically going to post their channel above yours. So you want to make sure that you get that cleaned in there. So aside from that, really can't complain. Is this actually you on the thumbnail? I have to ask because you remind me of, I want to say that, what's his name? Sam Witwicky off of Transformers. If you put a pair of aviators on him, he kind of looks like that. From where I'm sitting. I hope I'm not insulting you. That's actually a fun one to look at, though. Okay. So, nice. Secondary to that, I would add in the tabs that say past live streams or like playlists. At least get your playlist tab up. That'll help you out a little bit. Sarcasm. Are you username ladiesman217? Who? What? I am so lost by that comment script. Trying to follow along completely off here. Don't know what's going on. Oh, I need to send Scary Cleary. I need to get a message to because I don't think he's here either, and he asked for a thing as well. So give me a quick second. Shouldn't take me too long here at all. Okie dokie dokie doo. Dokie 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 doo. Transformers. Oh, see, I don't remember it that well. Just so you know. Dark Rob, you still in here, buddy? I don't know who's still here and who's not here. I wish YouTube would add a feature that would let me know who's still in the chat, like by name type thing, without having to make them chat. Alright, well, we're going to do Sarcasm. Sarcasm. This is Gary from Twitter, I believe. Is where this one came up. I like this warrior background going on. It's a little dark in the background, but your name pops pretty good. I can see it, which is good. I can read it. That's kind of the most important thing. I absolutely would like to see you get a subscribe button in here. So if you don't have a subscribe button, definitely go and make one. If you don't know how, you put in the Twitter and the Facebook links. Same idea, just the next link, put subscribe, and then copy your channel URL and post it in there. And once you save that, it'll get you that as well up here, which is kind of one of the big things about YouTube. 20% of subscriptions come off of that, which is shocking. I didn't know that until I had to take the class. Sarcasm. Your channel tags, I don't know if you added these or if YouTube added these. There was a time when YouTube was adding tags as well. I don't know how old your channel is, but if you added these, you want to come back and definitely add in sarcasm, and that's going to be a big one. Add in a couple of the games you play. So if you're like Overwatch, Realm, I don't know what Realm is. So we got WoW, Realm, Overwatch. Those should be tags up there as to what kind of games you play. Of course, you're always here. I appreciate that. And I know Script's here as well. So because I don't have people talking, I'm just going to go down my list. That's my plan. So again, Sarcasm. I'd definitely like to see you come back in here and get some of these tags updated. The Let's Play is fine. Gaming is fine. Funny and videos are fine. That's where you're going to be highest searched. So there's a lot of us out there. Typically 30 million of us at any given time. In order to break free from that, you definitely want to get your name in there as well. So that's Sarcasm, Overwatch. Get as many of those channel tags as you can because they're claiming it as your channel. Then we want to go over to the very first video. Now the thumbnails, sir, again, I don't bash at anybody when I say this. I'm just letting you know they're generic. I'm more than likely just going to skip past most of these just because, yeah, they're cool images. They pop, but I'm not seeing anything personalizing them to your channel. Again, that's just me. But typically, I mean, given the base image, it's a good base. It's just nothing brings this in and tells me what you're doing in there aside from risking it for more biscuits. But I'd like to see your avatar in there or something about your channel in there as well. So that's one that you could look at. The popular uploads is pretty good. Again, this looks like a screenshot. Most people won't actually click on a screenshot, just so you know. Grand Theft Auto here is pretty good. You've got the color, you've got the basis. I know it's Grand Theft Auto, and then just adding in something that personalizes it and brings it back to your channel is kind of a big thing for you. That's one thing that I would focus on aside from your tags there, which tells me, let's see, about section. We are using our about section. I would add more links, like I said, at least a subscription link in here. your discussion tab. We're not using, you probably want to be using this. This is one of those features, again, like I said, that YouTube doesn't, or that YouTube does look at and go, hey, he's using it, let's boost it a little bit. So that'll help you out if you start even just posting in here, hey, I'm taking the day off, or what do you guys think about this, or what do you guys think about that, so on and so forth. Channels, again, you're falling out of the algorithm because you're not featuring any of your friends. You've got no YouTubers you're watching that you're featuring as channels in your stuff, which isn't helping your ratings here. Playlist, please tell me you have playlists. Alright, we got playlists, that's good. So we're winning on that. Playlists are always a good thing. Now, this is a personal thing for me. You don't have to do it, but it does help. If you guys have playlists, if I want to click on the playlist here, I typically like to see a description of the playlist. That helps me know, hey, this is this game, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Nothing against you. If you don't want to do it, it doesn't make that big of a difference. It's just more professional to have something like that. So that always helps a little bit. Videos wise, well, you got playlists. So see, now this is a good thumbnail. Minus the fact that the Q&A part is a little blended into the background. I would clean that up and brighten that up a little bit, but this one tells me I'm about to talk to you, I'm about to see you, I'm about to see 100 subs, the Q&A, thank yous, so on and so forth. That's a good thumbnail. That's what I would click on. But like these ones, if you're not afraid to use your image in a thumbnail, don't be afraid to use it on all of your thumbnails. Just throwing it out. I know it's a little extra work, but personalizing it makes a huge difference. Okay, so your recent one is 11 views on Overwatch from 3 days ago. That's one in there. We have the watermark using the subscribe button, which is still good. Having a subscribe button is still good. I think these actually get used. But I would like to see that subscribe button with a more personal image to your channel rather than that. Because granted, if I screenshot and take this, nobody can say this isn't you. So that's not the point there. What it is if you do jump forward into the game and you don't have a face cam type thing, it does make it harder for people, or it makes it harder for you to fight against people stealing your stuff. So again, this would be something I would take even your little image here and make that your subscribe button. That makes sense. All right, let's see. Description could use some help. It's about what I would expect from a starting YouTube area. Not complaining at all. Let's see. Got 118, that's pretty good. Forward. Thing. Okay. So, click forward. There we go. Again, you've got that, that's a bonus. So we are getting some of our tags mixed in, which is good, but you're making it kind of difficult on yourself here with your tagging system because you don't have a very in-depth description on what's going on with the video, especially when you're doing videos like this and you've managed to record them and do things, you know exactly what's coming up. I always try and say summarize your video, and most of the time it's just so you can get the verbiage, but if you do summarize your video, so like this time I'm playing Storm Raising Overwatch, that would have been, well actually he's got that Storm Raising, but you didn't get the tag to count because you don't have story in Overwatch. You have Storm Rising Overwatch, Storm Rising Cinematics, Storm Rising Cutscenes. So what I would have done is we take on the Storm Rising story in Overwatch, check out a few of the cinematic gameplay pieces, look at a few of the, I don't know, cutscenes, things like that. Just word it so it makes sense into a description, but you're getting these tags out of it. Oh, there it is. Storm Rising Overwatch is one of his tags. Well, it might be. Storm Rising Overwatch. Storm Rising, see, this wouldn't count because it's backwards. If Overwatch was over there, it would have counted. I saw one that said story. I thought I did. Actually, I don't see one. So, this right here, the Storm Rising story, Overwatch should be in your tag. That should be your first tag, and then your channel name. So you've got Sarcasm. I'd like to see Sarcasm in one tag as well. Because right now, if I search Chasm, yeah, I'll get that tag. If I search Sir, I'll get that tag, but I'll get everybody else with it. tagging with sarcasm will bring me directly to you. So that's a big one that I would definitely look into. Right now, none of your tags are ranked, which means that they're all playable. But typically, you're going to want to grow your channel faster, use TubeBuddy. There you go. See, that's what I'm using to do this. So you're using TubeBuddy. I just don't know if you understand how it works fully, which is still good. You still got the basics, but you'll see this same information that I'm pointing out here. You definitely want to be working on getting this to 10 minimal, if not 18 to 20 optimistically, and that's going to push you in there. Make sure that you're coming back and using your info cards for that recycled viewage. It's going to be a big one. Make sure you have a comment hearted, so you want to be pinning at least one of these comments as well as the best practices. That's another big one that's going to help get you up here. But typically, it all boils down to this number. The higher that number is, the higher your suggested videos are going to be. So definitely want to come back in and take a look at that and start beefing out this description. TubeBuddy is a great one to actually see where you've got TubeBuddy. If you had tagged with TubeBuddy, it's a great one to tag with. It's relevant to what you're doing. You're promoting their stuff. They're not going to give you any problems for using them as a tag. So that's one of the things that I would definitely look into. But yeah, can't complain. Not too far past that. Because at least he knows we need to be using all of our tags. So that's a bonus. Let's see what else you got here. I'm going to need more coffee in a second. Straight up, I'm going to need more coffee. So yeah, again, I would like to see you, definitely would like to see you get your channel tags up and then work on your descriptions and your taggings and then maybe move into thumbnails or so on and so forth. But right now, your channel tags are going to be the number one thing I want to harp on you about. Then definitely get yourself some featured channels in there. I know it's annoying that you got to go and feature one of your friends, but to do it, it actually pushes you in the algorithm and says, hey, we're using your features. So again, TubeBuddy should have explained this, but I don't know if they do anymore. I don't know if actually they ever did. I think I learned it in the Creator Studio class, to be honest. So that's one of them. And then after, like, your thumbnails aren't bad. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just not something I would personally click on because I don't see the gamer on them to personalize them. But I like to see things more personalized to the channel and work yourself into it, so it looks kind of cool. But these, like this is colorful. This is eye-popping. That's what you typically want to aim for. But you also want to aim for the way to stand out from another gamer. And that's the hard part. If I knew the secret there, we'd all be in business, wouldn't we? But yeah. So, channel tags, then definitely get your video tags, start beefing up your descriptions, get your tags to match your descriptions, at least 10 at minimal, optimistically 18 to 20, and then move from there into the next step of maybe getting like your thumbnails with a little more personal touches to them, things that'll stand out from that. And you should be seeing some relative growth. And definitely get yourself a subscription button up there. Subscription button. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break, go get some freaking coffee so I don't keep dying over here. But give me a quick moment, I'm sorry. And I will be right back. No longer than like 3 minutes. You guys are so lucky. I almost brought down cornbread with me. Alright, sweet. I'm back. I'm back. Let me find this tab real quick. There we go. Boom. All right. So, Gaming Imperfectly. I saw, or I've actually talked to you before, I think. Are you here, sir? Wake up. Okay. Gaming Imperfectly, you are up next, sir, unless anybody else on this top tab is here and would like to go. Dark Rob, are you still here, sir? Yeah, I don't see Dark Rob, so there we go. Okay, so Gaming Imperfectly is a gamer and humor, mental health, so on and so forth. Those tags are there. Channel tags, Gaming Imperfectly. I would like to see you get Gaming Imperfectly as it's spelled here, as well as put them together as one word, so that way people can search it both ways. There's many ways as you can think to spell it. You want it to be in your channel tags, as well as I can tell down here you're playing FNAF, so you'd want to tag in here with FNAF or Outlast in Division, Borderlands the pre-sequel. 9 hours ago was when that one got posted. That one's probably got more views than Borderlands is re-hitting, so that one's not a great judgment on viewage. We have our featured channel. See, now he's featuring two of my favorite YouTubers right there. Lord Minion 777 is always funny, and then he's got the Jacksepticeye. So you're using that feature, that counts, and that's a good thing. I don't know what Hazel Nutty Games is. Never heard of them before, but he's featuring them, so that's good. He's using the tab. Our about is put in as well, which is good. It tells me what the channel's about. I'm gonna have today should not be a stream day for me. I don't know what's going on with me, but anyway, jumping back into this, I would definitely start using your discussion tab. Like I said, if you're taking a couple days off, if you have a early release video or an idea that you want to throw out there, throw it out on these discussion tabs. It's another feature that we use. It's another feature that pushes you in the algorithm a little bit if you use it, which is important because everything we do, we want to be pushed on. Okay, that's our channels. That's our featured channels. So we got that. We got the playlist. Playlists are looking good. They're all put together. I can see Outlast, FNAF, The Forest. I played The Forest too. That game made me mad because the end didn't register. That was the only thing. Going to have to go for now, but I do appreciate your advice, Eagle Eye, and see you on the flip side. Pleasure having you on board, Captain, and I will see you probably sometime, hopefully. But I hope you have a good night, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Okay. So, well, we have the same taste in games. That one I can give you. At least for a lot of your games, I would play a lot of these. I've got a couple of these coming up, so that's pretty good. Not too complaining about that. Back to the home real quick. I want to make sure that I covered everything. Again, we've got our 3 tabs, which is good. Popular uploads, created playlist. I like that. And then your uploads. I got to pick on this thumbnail. This is super generic, dude. Yeah, I've seen tons and tons of gamers use that. So definitely with a thumbnail like this, you need to personalize it to your channel and make it stand out from other gamers that are using it. But we're going to click on it because that's your newest one. Why does my sound keep coming back on? Don't like that. Okay. Now, I'm assuming this is a full gameplay video. First things first, I'm going to harp at the lack of the watermark. You definitely want your watermark. Customize that to play the entire video. That way it makes it to where people can't just copy and paste your stuff, which is good. So we want to do that. You're already making it difficult by having a face cam, so that's to you as well, my good man, and catch you later. All right. Now, we've already got the face cam, which makes it hard enough for people to take your stuff, so that's a bonus in that aspect. But the watermark helps you fight it if somebody does take it. I'm a big harper about the watermarks. I really am. This number is definitely something you want to see improving on. And the best way to do that, like I said, is to beat this out to about 100 or 1,000 characters, so you can get 500 out of this. Now, we've got Borderlands pre-sequel gameplay, so let's play Borderlands pre-sequel. If you hit tagged with Borderlands a pre-sequel, which that might be in there. See, because this is A and this is the, you didn't get the tag up here. So you want to make sure that they're per, like, to a T, how you spell them over here is how you have to spell them over there, which sucks. But yeah, so Gaming Imperfectly is a searching tag, so your channel is still getting searched, which is a bonus for you. But you definitely can get searched higher by bringing this number up and getting that channel tag with your name in there as well. You're following all of your best practices pretty good, except for these info cards. Again, that's recycled viewage. You definitely want to be on top of getting your recycled viewage coming through. So if you don't have your info cards, I would definitely suggest, highly suggest throwing them onto every video. If you don't have to, buddy, you can get it for $4.99 if you're under 1,000 subscribers, and then it'll give you a template that you can save and just go, take it, done. Just saying. Throwing it out there. Yeah, I'm not sponsored by them, but I like them a lot, so I'm going to push them. And their link is in my description as well. The easiest way, like I said, wow, revert to puberty here. The easiest way, like I said, to get these tags to work up. So best early game weapons, Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I would take a look in here and somehow work that in. Borderlands pre-sequel, big guns and big bangs should have been a tag. Should have been your first tag just because it's your video tag. So you want to be tagging right off of that as well. You are sharing on Facebook and Twitter, which are two of the biggest ones. So you're good there. If you didn't add the captions, sir, I would definitely go back and check them. Because having closed captions where it says pre-sequel just one up this. What a mega bag in my place. Yeah, so I don't know. If you guys don't know, I don't feel like that's what you just said in that video. But if you did say that, then I would love to know what caused that in the beginning. But typically, like I said, when you're going through, check your captions, because YouTube doesn't hear what we say. So again, Gaming Imperfectly is your searchable tag. The rest of these have not been searched on yet. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, should be somewhere in here for your tagging and your description. Big guns could be just a tag on its own. That would give you 1, and then big bangs would be another one. Then Borderlands pre-sequel would be 3 right out of the title, and if you do the whole title like this, then you've got 4. That makes sense? So you definitely want to increase your tagging to your description, and you should start seeing this suggested number go up once you get this one to at least 10. So that's good. Can't complain. We don't have any comments. Do we have comments? We have to have comments. It says he's pinned one. That's just not showing. My stuff's glitchy. Okay. Pause that. There's the top. There we go. Yeah, you got all the comments. So that one you got covered. Perfect. Perfect. Thumbnails. For the most part, though, from what I've seen on your channel, so the thumbnails aren't too bad. Again, this one's a very good popping thumbnail. The Last of Us, the end, that's pretty good. I would have, like you've got yourself here with your thumbs, I would like to see more images with you on them, because you're obviously not afraid of people knowing what you look like. You're running a face cam. I would get myself in on these thumbnails somehow, just because when you're going through a game or stuff, if it looks generic, a lot of people aren't going to click on it. But you've got the stuff here, Tom Clancy's. You've got a lot of decent colored thumbnails. Actually, a lot of really good base images to work with as well. Outlast is a very difficult one to get as well, and I ran Outlast, and my thumbnails are garbage on them. Actually, I think yours are probably right around the same standard as where I would put mine. So it's something that I need to work on, and I would definitely work on personalizing these and getting them up, but also finding an image that's not super dark is hard to do. So I understand that one. I don't harp at horror games because I know how hard it is to get them. But we've got our channel trailer. And I know this tells us about what his channel's about. It tells us basically everything we need to know about his channel, and it's under 4 minutes. Typically, I say a channel trailer shouldn't be. Okay, you have a good night, Mrs. Alia, as well. It was a pleasure having you on the stream. Typically, a channel trailer should be about 2 minutes, and the reason I say it is because you can promote them underneath Google Ads as well under 2 minutes, and it's a lot cheaper to do it that way, so that's an option for you. Don't have any complaints past that. Just that definitely get your channel tags up a little bit, sir, and then start working on the video tags past that, and then I'd move to thumbnails. The other big one I want to get on you real quick about is your links. I don't see a subscribe link, a Twitter link, or anything, and I know for a fact you have a Twitter, so I'd like to see that in there, and your subscribe link. So those are ones that I would like to see you throw up in there, and it should make growing a little bit easier for you as well. K-Wire Gaming. K-Wire's banner is awesome. I mean, straight up in your face. You know that's an avatar of this channel. You know it's K-Wire Gaming, and we've got our links here. The thing is, none of these links are clickable, so I'd definitely like to see you come back and get those clickable. You got the idea, rocking right there, but like I said, definitely get yourself some clickable links in there, sir. We'll start at about. Okay, you will see nothing but gaming content, reviews, hilarious gameplay, and voiceovers. So we know exactly what it's about. You're using that tab, that's good. Discussion tab is in there, like I said. Even if it's just thanking your viewers, so on and so forth, that's something you guys want to be doing. Channels you're not featuring any, you want to be using that tab if you get the chance to. The reason why is because, again, that's another feature that YouTube uses to help boost you in the algorithm. So if you're not using it, you're basically losing out on a free boost. We have our intro video, our featured video, which is not an intro video to the channel. It's actually one of your walkthrough videos. So that's okay. You can do that. Typically, I wouldn't do that, but I mean, I think unless it's like for returning subscribers, that's where I'll put the featured video for that one. And you can do it for featured to new viewers and then returning subscribers. Channel trailer should always be new viewers. Right here is not too bad of a thumbnail. This personalizes it, and this tells me what we're about to play, so that's good. This one might be I mean, you got the brightness in it, but it's almost eaten out whatever that is in there, unless that's not a word and that's just somebody's face or neck collar. Metro is a good game. Again, very nice base image. I'm not seeing a whole lot that really pulls this into a personalized on your channel, other than like this one. This one I would know is being a little more personalized. This one here, you've got kind of personalized in there, which is good. I can tell that this is you. This is where it's going to run from. Ah, there we go. I see his head in that one. That's good. It's a way to pull it into the channel there. Alright, so our newest video is this one. Stop turning the sound on. Just keep it off, YouTube. Jesus. Alright. We do not have any watermark on your video, sir. That is one that I would like to see you come back and fix, especially considering you're not running a face cam. Mama Frimp, what's up? Unbox Warehouse. Hey, what's going on, Unbox Warehouse? Sorry, I haven't looked up from chat in a second. Or looked up at chat in a second. Anyway, yes, welcome to the channel. Okay, so if you guys are not using that watermark and you are not using a face cam, you are making yourselves incredibly easy to have a content steal from. Just so you know. You do not want to do that. You want to have a branding or you want to have a face cam. Typically a face cam will deter most people from stealing your content, but if you do steal your content and you don't have a branding on it, you got lower grounds to stand and fight against somebody who's doing that. So just a heads up, I'm going to keep pushing at that. Make sure you guys are using your watermarks in there. Alright. K-Wire, sir, your descriptions I would definitely beef up. You've got a 30-minute playthrough here, over 30 minutes of playthrough. Definitely get some kind of description of what's going on overall in the game. Okay, I can get you, buddy. Like I said, definitely want to get what's going on overall in the game to get yourself at least 1,000 characters to work with down here in this description to start pulling over to your tags, because right now you have 4 tags that match your title and descriptions, and you are the second person I have seen do this. I do not know what that tag is, but I've seen it work, so I'm not even going to harp on it, but I don't know where that tag comes from. I don't know where these numbers come from or how you guys do that, but somehow I've seen them work, and I can't complain. Still, if you're going to use it, make sure it's somewhere down in here in the description. You've got your hashtags. Anything past 3, you're just kind of overkilling it. There's really no point in adding the rest in there unless you're going to be doing that on Twitter. These would be great for Twitter, not so much for YouTube. YouTube only wants to see the first 3, which are going to pop up under your video, if that makes sense. We are sharing on Facebook and Twitter, which are the 2 big things that I like to see, because that's the 2 main cycles of people who come into the channels, outside sources wise. You've got KRay06 is your ranking tag, the one that people are searching for. So that's something there. I don't know where that one's coming from. Right there. So that is one of the tags that is ranking between the 2 that's giving you one of these 4. But you want to get this up to 10, at minimal 10, optimistically 18 to 20. And then you'll start seeing these suggested videos go up when you start getting that to at least 10 and do it multiple times over. So guys, I say this in every stream. If you come back and ask me in 2 days why this hasn't changed anything, I'm going to tell you, you got to keep doing it for a while. It's not an overnight fix. You start doing this, it will show up. It's just going to take a little bit of time. YouTube doesn't instantly kick everybody into an algorithm when you start using these things. It will get you. It just might take a week, it might take 2 weeks, it might take 3 weeks, so on and so forth. So when you start fixing these problems, it's just a way to boost yourself in there, but you still have to get the initial kick on it. And that's what we're doing with these streams, just so you know. So again, that's the way to do it. The suggested videos, so you guys, if you just enter in the chat, it's the up next video, or the ones at the very end when he hits play, or like down here, and I hit cancel there. All of these are your suggested videos. These are the ones that pop up next, suggested content that viewer would watch. If you have suggested videos, you will be one of these videos. If you do not have suggested videos, this is what you're going to see. All the random stuff that I watch and click on. That's how that works. And trust me, this is a good thing to get into. This is where YouTube kind of helps you out. So if you're not in there, you want to be aiming to get in there. And the way you do that is by making sure these match up and you get at least 10 of those. So, again, you've got good tags. You're using all 500 characters, or at least close to it. I can tell that much because I've seen how many tags this will eat up. But if you're not, on some videos, you want to be using as much of the 500 characters as possible. That's going to help you get into that algorithm. But again, you've got to link them between the tagging system here to your actual description and title. So your title should always be your first tag by rule of thumb by the Creator Studio. As long as it makes it into the tags, I don't care if it's the first one, as long as it's in there, that's something. And the block edition could have been a tag right there. Final Fantasy 10 or 7 or whatever Roman numeral that is could have been its own tag. So that's good. Tagging with these hashtags does you nothing. Just so you know, nobody searches on hashtags. 15% of the search base is hashtags, and they're going to get the same thing even if they don't hashtag. So if they hashtag PS4 share, anybody with a hashtag PS4 share is going to pop up, but they're still not going to rank above somebody who's got a better SEO with just a tag that says PS4 share. So the hashtag is really only for Twitter. Just so you guys are aware on that one. That's another thing. Yeah. So again, my focuses here on this channel would be to make sure that I'm getting this number up quite a bit. And I typically skim over these channels pretty quick when you're not in chat, because you can't ask me questions live. But if somebody's in chat and wants to talk, that's the time that I really like to get a hold of people, because that's where you're going to be able to ask the questions. But like here, my main three focuses would be with your stuff. Get your channel to, well, no, never mind, those are in there, my bad. So add your links up here, make sure you got yourself a subscribe button, and then get your actual video tags together so they're matching up between your description and your tagging, and beef out your description even if you just have to summarize the stuff. And you are up next, sir, just so you know. So if you give me a moment, that's going to close this one down. I need to get a hold of Forbes, because I know he's one that wanted it. Some of these people might just get dropped off. Warehouse. Gadgets, Techs, and Toys Unboxing Warehouse. Okay, pause that. I don't do content reviews, just so you know. I'm just doing SEO stuff. Let me send this out real quick. That was, who was I talking about there that I needed to? Forbes. Forbes. There, cool. Okay. Chat is a good one to bring up. There we go. All right, Forbes. Well, sir, let's take a look. You are a tech review gaming thing. I don't know. Hang on. Gadgets, Techs, and Toys. This is a very professional looking background. I like to see that. That's a good one. I've never seen a website link, so I don't. It's giving you a square box because it doesn't recognize the website. So that's not a bad thing. It's in there. That's a good thing. I would add a subscription button for sure. If you don't know how to do that, it's the same way you added these links in. Just copy and paste your channel URL to the link spot there. 20% of subscriptions do come from that button. So that's one that I would work on. Add that in. No big deal. Let's see, thumbnails. Thumbnails are pretty good for... Let me see your whole videos, because I'm seeing a couple that are okay. Can't complain about too many of your thumbnails. Like these ones look a little... I know what we're looking at. We're looking at this the silicone ring here, so obviously this video is going to be about this ring. But I see your avatar in the bottom. That personalizes it to the channel. I'd like to see some kind of wording on the actual thumbnail picture that tells me what we're about to look at, but I can kind of get the idea, so I'm no complaints with that at all. This is not a bad thumbnail. Again, all of these are personalized in a way. This one, we're going over the iClevo Omega robot vacuum unboxing. So this thumbnail, I would have liked to have seen something with like the packaging, or not so much just a picture of the item. But again, this isn't my niche, so these thumbnails may work for what you're doing. These ones are what I would consider really good thumbnails, top of the lines there, because they've got the color in the background. I can see the person that's going to be doing it, and I know that with this one we're getting into a robotic ball and everything's there. So it's personalized to the channel. It's helping. Can't complain at all with that. So, sir, I don't know if... well, you went up a subscriber since I've been in your channel. Good job. Congratulations, sir. You got creative playlists. That's one thing that I'm always asking people for, because I like to see these playlists. Toys, that's a good one. That basically tells you what toys he's unboxed. Phone accessories. So you've broken them down into each one. That's actually above and beyond what I usually suggest, so I can't even complain there again. And the reason I'm always saying to use these is because they are other features. Okay, perfect. Change my thumb design. Perfect. They still work. Like I said, right here I can see them. I can see what's going on. The only thing I would like to do is see maybe like a little bit of verbiage that tells me what's going on in them. But again, it still works. I can see what I'm about to get into. This is obviously a carry case for the phone, correct? So that's a bonus. Would you please stop? Stop. Ah, there we go. Now, okay, I'm going to pull up one of your videos real quick, sir, if you don't mind, just because I want to show this off. Which means I got to give you some money here. Alright, let's skip your ad. You guys see this watermark right here. This is a subscribe watermark, which is good, but it's personalized to the channel. That means that if he's not running a camera, which by the way his stuff is, he's got moments of camera in here, which is good. And then he's got the rest of whatever's going on with the hoverboard and G.I. Joe here. But basically what it means is if somebody came in and screenshotted this and said this is my content because he has this right here, he's now got the ability to fight with that. Just so you are aware, sir, I don't do content reviews so much. Just because I don't like being pinged for that kind of stuff. What I'm doing is looking at tags and basically your descriptions and telling you how to link them between. But I'm assuming this is a video, the massive giveaway, everything must go. It's the one that you're looking at. Which we've got currently giving away info in the about screen. Here at the Unbox Warehouse, we were fortunate to receive as many awesome and expensive products. Eventually, we were starting to run out of room in the studio, so we decided to give it all away to our subscribers. That'd be a cool way to do it. Alright, so we'll use this video real quick. Yeah, I'm really quite, I like that professionalism of that watermark right there, sir. Let's see. Live giveaways. Massive giveaway is the one that is searched the most, so where are you ranking on that? Out of 21,000 hits possible, or searches that happen on that, 7,000 times your video has shown up to where it could have been clicked on. So that's not too bad. That's why that one's ranking up there. All the rest are non-search tags, which is okay. Alright, I'm going to go to your newest video because I always do it off the newest stuff that comes out, so that way you have a fair chance just like everybody else does there. This is a good description. This description right here would be able to pull the 500 tagging characters that you need in there. The number I would suggest improving on is right here. The amount of this video's tags appear 8 times throughout the description of, throughout the title and description of the videos. Those are the ones that I'm always harping at, because the higher this number is, the more likely you're going to get this suggested number up. Okay. Well, the ranking system is another way to do it, and it's a little harder to work with, but for initially getting in is just for the algorithm to really work with you. The Creator Studio side of things, it's this number here, how many times your SEO lines up between your description and your tags. So let me see if I can find one real quick. Air Hogs Extreme Airboards, it's totally worth it. Okay, so you see where Air Hogs Extreme Airboards is? Air Hogs Extreme Airboard. That is one of the tags that's lining up with the title and description, which is giving you one of these 8 tags. And when you've got those between each other, that's where you want to get this number up. Optimistically, we like to see 18 to 20 tags on the YouTube Creator Studio side of things to get you to push into these suggested videos, which is what I'm trying to do. Yep. I rank for lots of big keywords. Okay. It's not a good video because I don't rank for a lot of big keywords. That's fine. Another one of the keywords things, keywords is a way that he's tagging, and I'm assuming you're doing that because you've got a channel the size you've got, which is still not something that I'm bashing at. It's just, let me think my brain out real quick because I don't want this to come out stupid. Keyword searching works for searching your channel. Yes, keyword searching works for searching your videos. True. and there's nothing against that. The other half of keyword searching comes from this SEO though. The more times you rank with a big keyword search and the higher this number is, the more likely you are to beat out the guy who's ranking with you. That's how I was trying to say it, and it's not coming out right because my brain is not working right now. But yes. So under big rank tagging, yes, big rank tagging is a big one, and that's something that I don't know how to explain as much as I would like to. Okay. Well, then this probably isn't the best video to use. Let me try a different one. Alright, so from our videos, let me take a look here. Alright, this one's got 3K views on it. I'll grab that one. I'm not seeing how you're getting into suggested video search because you're not actually ranking into any of them on this one here. Let me see, Jurassic Park. I just clicked on that one, I thought. No, did not. Wow. Again, I think honestly your subscribers are doing more for you than the YouTube algorithm is right now, if that makes sense. Let me try this one. At least one of these should have it suggested in it if you're ranking through that. See, none of your by the suggested videos, what we're looking at is all the way back here, sir. So, gotta get through the ad real quick. So when I hit cancel here, these are all the suggested. And you, okay, well that's weird. Why are you in the suggested and not in the suggested? So I think you actually might be right, and my system might be not liking your channel right now. But see how this is the, Unboxed Warehouse. That's its very first thing. That should be showing 1 of 20. Okay. That was in the suggested, so it should show that as a suggested video. I don't know how to explain that. You're in a weird spot for my system right now, sir. But even if you are in that suggested right now, which okay, you're obviously in it because I can't say you're not. I just got this video from that suggested tag, so YouTube's wrong right here. You can still boost this number quite a bit by getting this one up. The tags to video are always a good one, and I think this is current giveaway about info, everything monitoring. So typically, like I said, what I try and do is I try and get as many of these tags to match up with the description and the title as possible. 10 at minimal to start guaranteeing that you're going to see this as a 1, but for some reason you should have seen that as 1 to 2 anyway. Yeah, I've never had that one happen. Hi Megan Gaming, pleasure to see you. But to guarantee that number does go up, like I was saying, is to get these tags to match with your description a little bit as well. And typically the minimal number is 10, which I don't. Let me verify and make sure you've got that in there. Give me a second, because my system just went, nope, not suggested yet, you're in suggested. So I don't know how that's working. Smart. Okay, that's 1. Wi-Fi smart switch, I saw that. That's the smart 2. Power up your off. Okay, that number is still right. So you've got six of these tags that are matching between your title here and your description. The Casa Smart one is matching here, and it's matching there. Therefore, you're getting 2 of them. So that's 2 of the 6, and then the other 4 are matching it. So where I'm wrong on suggested, the system seems to be doing okay on figuring out whether or not your tags are lined up. Again, these are all your ranking tags, so these are the ones that are searching So your best search tags are here with these all on the numbers, and all the ones without the numbers don't have that search. I am good, Megan Gaming. It's a pleasure to see you. How are you doing today? So you've got that. You've got 7 search results for your tags, which is good. You are shared on Twitter and Facebook, which is the 2 biggest revenues of outside sources that should be coming into any YouTube channel. But typically, I look at gaming channels. You're more of a tech channel, it looks like. So another one that's good is these 10 best practices. These are what I typically go over. The 10 best practices. Your info cards give you recycled viewage. I don't know if you know what that is by terminology, but it's where at the end of the video or throughout the video, say I clicked on this and I wanted to see something that started this series or started something similar to this, it would be that info card. I could click on that and then end up back at another one of your videos that would explain that. So throughout the video, I would definitely drop at least 1 or 2 of those somewhere in there. That helps. It makes sure that people stay on your channel instead of going somewhere else to look for the same information. The comment pin, that's just the best practice to kind of push you a little bit in the algorithm. Not a huge push, but it's still a little bit. It's one of the things that I like to see done. And just for best practices of YouTubers in general, if you did not add the captions, sir, that is something I would suggest. I'm assuming you promote on Google as well, yes? The biggest outside sources comes from Google. Okay. The other big thing I'd like to throw out there too, sir, is that if you are not captioning your own video, you might want to go through and double check that, just because YouTube doesn't hear what we say. Oh, strange. Used to use the info cards, but I only get like 1% of clicks and they suck for me. Okay, well, again, you're gonna find your own thing that works. Like I said, I'm only here to kind of tell you what the creator studios typically look for to get you into the algorithms of YouTube himself. So when you have equipment to use, like your descriptions, I've got no complaints about. You've got more than enough in there to line up the 2. The pinning the comments helps you push a little bit into the algorithms again with that. But the more times these tags appear between the title and the description should start changing this number, but I don't know why that number is broken for your channel. The other thing I do know, though, is I know 1, you're monetized, which is not a problem, but 2, everything I'm saying here is only to help boost that a little bit. In your case, you're still going to get algorithmically pushed because of the fact that you are monetized, you are making YouTube money. And that's the flip side of it. Anybody over 1,000 is going to have a different effect by these tags. Should still, in theory, work about the same in boosting you. It's just you're already in the algorithm, so it's just digging yourself deeper into it. No, it's totally cool, dude. I wish that my system would explain why I'm getting a 0 here instead of like 1 or 2, which is where I would expect to see that right now. But at least you're getting good search marks. You've got a decent amount of subscribers behind you. The giveaway thing's a good vid for you. Give me a second. Oh, God, son of a gun. No, I broke my channel. You broke my YouTube, sir. Thumbnails are good. Like I said, I can tell what I'm looking at. I know what we're about to get into on each video. They're all personalized. You've got yourself in them. Those are all clickable. So I'm assuming you know the rule that if you won't click on it, nobody else will. This is relevant to his channel. This is relevant to what's going on. So that's actually a good featured video with a good featured timing on it. So I'm not complaining there as well. He's using the up and coming channels, which is still a good bonus because it's another one of those things that's driving him deeper into the algorithms there. That little subscribe button is up to you, but typically I suggest having it. 20% of viewers do tend to use that subscribe button to subscribe to channels, which is stupid because the other one's right here. Like what? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, if you got friends, it's always good to promote them too. That's one of the biggest things I would point at. I got to give you credit on the banner. This looks very, very professional. Like I said, you've got your tags in there. Real quick though, do you have unboxing products? I would add as well into this area where you've got the big boy toys, cool, fun, all this stuff. I would add your actual channel name, the unboxing warehouse as well to that. That way if somebody searches it exactly like that, you're guaranteed to be the one that pops up for them. But no, really no complaints. And then small things, like I said, that might be able to improve on. But again, the algorithm works with you because you're already in it. It's just getting these tags right here to line up with your descriptions a little bit deeper, so you're getting at least 10 in there that should line up between both. And that might help you get a little bit more push in there. But you're going to get a push because you're in the algorithm, like I said. So aside from that, though, you've got 8 out of 10 best practices. Can't complain there. You are sharing on Facebook. Can't complain there. Your Twitter mentions are there. Your Channelytics, you've got your tags. You've got your watermark on there that I saw, which is definitely a big one. I have popped up for like a year with my name. And Nectar ad on my Puffy video. Yep. But yeah. Hang on, let me reread that. Yeah, it will pop up first. Are you searching incognito, though? That's another big thing that you want to... Oh, actually, I can tell you if it's going to pop up first. The channel is Unboxing Warehouse. He might pop up first just off of his channel. Yeah, so you are first. That's good. You got a lot of channels out there that are like trying to steal your name here. But yep, he is first, so that's the bonus. You go back to the videos. Okay, your video is first too. Opening fan mail. Well, the good news is I am seeing you first, so obviously YouTube's algorithm is working in your direction. That's kind of a fun thumbnail, though. I like that. Yeah. Well, I really don't have much else I could say. This would be the only thing that I typically tell people to improve on that helps get these numbers up right here. Which is where underneath 1,000 subscribers, it becomes highly important for us to focus on those numbers versus like where you're at. Typed it wrong. Oh, sorry. Unbox warehouse. Yeah, he still pops up first, and then I'm followed by one of his videos, and then another one of his videos. Is your niche really? No, your niche shouldn't be that small. There's some of the other guys. Okay. Ah! Soft pops up. Sorry. But yeah. No, like I said, the only thing I could even remotely say about the channel is trying to get those tags up to match the description of the title a little bit. That might help you get better views, but it looks like YouTube's doing a pretty good push on you as it is. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those take it or leave it things when you come to my reviews as well, but they're not content reviews ever. It's just SEO management stuff. So, like, even on this video, you've got a couple of ranking tags, but most of these are non-searched or not as heavily searched. I'm sure they're searched. Let's see. Yeah. You've still got some searches off of them. It's just, they're just not super ranked. This video specifically has 2 search results for its tags, which means people have pulled it up these 2 ways, Pufflux and Warehouse, that it's wanting to show me right now. So, cool. But yeah. Ranking things like Gear VR. Alright, where's your Gear VR, sir? There's that video. Yeah, see, there you've got the tags where they probably should be. Your ranking tags, yes. You are ranked in all of these, which does help. But the other thing that I'm going to throw out there too is the VRs are always a ranking tag. I don't think I've ever seen a VR that doesn't rank. Not that it's a bad thing either. VR is kind of one of the new waves for gamers, and being in the gaming niche, we're pretty much always searching it. So you should be seeing views based off of your VR ranks as well. Similar product design. Ends up at the top line and Oculus Rift. Kind of wish I'd seen this video when it first came out though. But yeah, we've got the 20 mentions on Twitter there, the 75 mentions on Facebook, which is good. High-res thumbnail, all the best practices are followed. This would be a video that I wouldn't even remotely try to complain about. I wouldn't have anything to say about this one. A good description, you've got all your links in here, we've got the entertainment. Now, are you a fan of the hashtag, or are you just not using it because you didn't want to? If you don't mind me asking. Well, this is about a month ago. See how that one looks. Ranking wise. Yeah, you are getting ranked tags. That one I will give you credit for. You are getting them. It's just you can see maybe better views by lining up the descriptions a little bit more with this number here. But you're getting searchable tags, which is good. But again, I can't guarantee if it's YouTube pushing you that way or if it's the subscriber basis you've got pushing it that way. The only thing I do know is that bringing this up does help get you algorithmic push. But you're already in the algorithm. I can tell you that much. You've got the ads running. That's a thing. You're making money for YouTube, so they're going to push you regardless. You might be able to drive yourself deeper in there by getting this up. But that's actually the only thing that I could say that you would look to improve on at all on your channel. Everything else looks pretty good. So, I mean, I'm sorry I'm not a huge amount of help, and I'm sorry I can't tell you what this is broken right now for your channel, because you were in the suggested videos. I did see that. And again, you should be in more of my suggested. Yeah. That video has a $56 CPM. It's a $56 CPM. It's crazy. That's another video. Yeah. Well, Gear VR is pretty big as well. Yeah. Okie dokie. What happened to my screens? Why did they all go weird? I have no idea why. $56 per 1,000 views. I think it's the mattress company paying for a lot of the ad. Maybe that might be the case. I'm not sure. Could not actually tell you why that was happening with that at all. I know that based off of ads, I think YouTube pays like less than a penny per view on ads. Clicks get you a little bit more, and so on and so forth. But I'm not that deep into the algorithm that I could tell you how that side works. The monetization thing is kind of on the end that you probably have more knowledge than I do. But my goal is just to take smaller YouTubers and push them up to where we can start seeing like numbers like you've got there. If that makes sense. Forbes and Friends Gaming. You are up next, sir, if you're here. Not a problem, buddy. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Alright, Forbes, sir, you are a gaming channel. I have seen you before. We talked earlier. Let me see, Forbes. Forbes, you were the one that I actually pointed out the thumbnails on. Okay, I know exactly where you're from. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. 189. This is not too busy, but I would like to see these added over to these links as well, if you have the time to do that. It's the same way you added the Twitter one. Get your Instagram and subscribe button up there, especially being a gamer type. That's always good. Definitely want to be taking a look at getting that added in. That's again some of our round cycle viewage for ourselves. Let's see. The channel tags. Forbes, sir, when you get a chance, I want you to come back in here and add your channel to your channel tags as well. It's claiming your channel as your own, so nobody else can claim it. It's one thing I would like to see. So that's another big one I would definitely push into, is trying to get the games, the walkthrough lives. Definitely start with Forbes and Friends Gaming. That's one that I would like to. Forbes, Friends, things like that. You've got those. But definitely get your channel name in there. It's going to be a big one. Let's see. I think we talked about the thumbnails the other day when I spoke with you as well. So let me jump over to the About section. Take a look at this. We are using our featured channels tab, which is good. Again, that's another boost that YouTube gives us as smaller YouTubers that way. Discussions wise, if you're taking a time off or you have an idea, I'd definitely start using this tab. It's another one that does help boost us up a little bit. And that's a good way to do it. Channels wise, these are your featured. Good. We've got our playlist. Now I know you've got quite a few playlists. They all look good. They look like they're put together well. I don't mind that at all. Video wise, the thumbnails are super crisp when it comes to the colors. That one I can get down with, but I'd like to see you personalize these by pulling some of your channel logo to them. Clicking on this one here. Got Forbes and Friends Gaming, and Hallowed Night. Hallowed Night is in there. That's good. Channel tags we can definitely use to increase here. Now we're using most of our tagging system, which is good. You've got a couple of decent ranking tags over here for yourself, but that's your channel being searched. And yeah. Let me see. Okay. So we've got what this is. It's been a while, something dying. This is a live stream. That's not going to work for me. I can't hit you on a live stream. That's not fair. There we go. Forbes. There we go. Now I can start seeing this. So we've got 6 tags here. The tags are still good, and you're looking at that. Definitely want to take a look at beefing up your description a little bit, buddy. I want to see you get that to like about 1,600 to 1,000 characters in there. We'll give you a way to mark all of these somehow into that, which is going to be a big one for your channel as well, to get yourself on the searchable line. And you'll start seeing more of this number go up when you start tagging more of these into your description, which will be a huge little bit for you. Yeah, hang on. The tags are okay. We've got the hashtags, which is good. You're not overusing those. Got your donation link. You could actually take this and move it up to the banner spot as well and get that for a donation link itself, which is something that I would suggest if you have it. We are pinning a comment. We got our hearted comments. Info cards give you the recycled viewage as gamers. So again, that's something I would definitely throw in here and start working on. Make sure you get it on every video. That's one of the ones that, like I said, I would work on, but yeah. If you don't know how to do that, feel free to get with me at any point. I can easily show you how to do that. The like on Facebook and the share on Twitter, those are two of the biggest things at our size that we're going to want to focus on here, is making sure that we're getting it out to where we're going to pull the best viewage, which is going to be on Twitter and Facebook for gaming channels, guaranteed. That's where our biggest chunk of views come from, outside source-wise anyway, and that's always a good one. Reddit, not so much important for gamer channels. Not that I'm trying to bash Reddit, but we typically tend to get overlooked. So you fall into this wave of promote myself. That's what I've noticed with Reddit, and a lot of times it gets kicked back out and you're banned from that server and blah blah, whatever. Yeah, the channel tags to the video, that's one of the ones that I would definitely do. So if you just beef this up and summarize like the game, the Angry Gamer Let's Play 8 Shovel of Final Shovel Knight, that each little chunk of that should be a tag somewhere in here, which I would like to see, and then the whole thing should be a tag. The only reason why I say that is because that will give you 5 tags that will match your title and description, and I'm seeing 2 of them that are right out of the title right now. So you definitely want to be getting in here that like this is an indie games special or something explaining the game a little bit to get indie games in there. Switch indie games, Nintendo Switch. I'm using the Nintendo Switch to play this game, so on and so forth, and just start pushing that way. That's always a good one as well. But like I said, definitely beef this up a little bit and get yourself in there. And I'd like to see you get your watermark on here, even if it's a subscription button or something, just something in there that's relevant to your channel to make sure that you are making it harder for people to steal your content. That's the word that I'm looking for. Okay. Back this up a little bit. So links, getting your name into channel tags there is one that I would look at, and then definitely want to see you start getting your tags up, matching into the description and the titles of your videos. And that would be where I would start with this channel. You're using all the other features, that looks pretty good. Your background is still, or your banner's still clean, it's crisp, it's professional, but this is definitely readable. I can't complain about that. So you're pretty well set there. Again, coming to videos, your video ones, that's where your tags should just line up. So like I said, with the tags here, I would start by trying to get this number up 10 minimal to 18 to 20 optimal for you. And that's one of the things that I would definitely start working on in between the 2 of these. So putting more words into your description to get into your description. From your description to your tags is going to be probably the #1 thing I would say work on here, and then you should start seeing the suggested videos go up as well. Info cards I would use and at least share on either Twitter or Facebook, whichever one you prefer. Preferably both to get yourself out there, but at least one if not the other. So that's what I got there, because we talked about the thumbnails on a private note, so I don't need to go hitting that one today. So on that note, yeah, cool, awesome. Hey guys, I think that's actually where I'm gonna call it. I gotta go get some food and start getting my stuff put together. So if you guys like these streams, go ahead and smack the crap out of that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way every time we update, you get pinged with it. And I will see all of you and your beautiful faces in the next video.